I can stick anything into those
No.
ports depending
Nope.
on.
All right. I didn't know where that was going, and I was nipping it.
Nope.
What?
I was
Nope.
nipping that one.
Did you go
What about
live and then
nipples?
pull out?
Oh yeah.
You don't.
Don't
want us to
Pulled out
derail
your
you with
port.
dog poop again?
don't
pulled out
fluster
your
me again.
That's the. Did you?
Nope.
Don't
Don't kill
fluster
your
him,
character
guys.
again.
Nope.
Don't
I-
fluster
When it took
him.
us- When it took us 10 minutes to get going last
It's
stream.
the. Well, that's because Fern said that was okay. I think you got better in you. So then we leaned into it, and
I was
so when
laughing
are we going live?
Shut up.
so hard when I rewatched the episode of
Neighbors
the
dog.
intro.
I cut that clip out because I wanted to post it to Instagram.
Yeah, for
Did you?
sure.
Yeah,
I brought it
it's
back up at the halfway mark, didn't I?
it's literally it's exactly
Yeah,
1 minute long.
did,
That
Nick.
clip.
That's funny. So.
That's
Well,
great.
hello, Internet. Hi. Hello,
Hi.
everyone. And
Hola.
welcome to this week's session. I hope you're all well. If you celebrate the Turkey Day, hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And whatever that face was,
A dragon
a dragon face.
for Dungeons and Dragons.
I did want to start the stream by thanking something that happened off stream. But kind of from everyone, we now have our sub button.
Oh.
And that is thanks to all of you wonderful people who have followed throughout. That's awesome, and from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so much. It's awesome, and that's all thanks to you. So give yourselves a round of applause in the chat. And then a special thanks
In the chat.
to Jag, our #1 fan, for subscribing a week before we actually went live. The notification didn't. The notification didn't
it.
go up, so I never got a notification for it, so I can't replay it. But thank you so much, and I believe it was for like 6
Jag.
months. And the man gifted a sub to Nick.
Me.
To me.
But as well as
That's
with
great.
that,
Subscribe to my own channel.
with
Yes.
that,
As you should be.
we have our emotes too. Jag, you have our emotes now. You can drop. Well, you have the blue one. You can drop the Arcane Archives logo in any Twitch chat you're in across the entire site. You can put
So
that
when
emote
we
in.
raid, we will stamp them.
Exactly.
With a
Jag will
sport.
stamp them.
After we get 10 initial subs, yes.
And then if we get like a
And
mushroom
Nick will stamp them.
emote, we could
Mush.
All right.
mushroom.
All
You
right.
too.
Yeah.
You too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's where we're going. That's what we're doing. Let's do it. Okay. Okay.
Mushroom stamp.
There you go, Jag. So
I'm also a huge fan of
God.
the yellow symbol. That's really good. I like
yeah,
the
that's
yellow one.
the tier 3. So for tier 2
Top
they
of the
unlock the red
line.
one, and tier 3 they unlock the gold one. So
Yeah.
I like yellow.
but
So we got
what
color
was-
yellow makes me
Oh,
cry.
I didn't know if that's why you said you liked it.
I like yellow.
I
but-
like yellow.
Again, thank you to every follower, and thank you to Jag for being our very first subscriber. For anyone that is here, the first 10 subs, you'll get your own founder badge, like Jag you have. Only 10 people are gonna have that. There's no merch yet, Jag. There's no merch yet.
The merch is all in here.
But yeah, you're all amazing. You're all beautiful people, and thank you so much. This has been insane that we've only had 10 not even 10 chapters. This is going into the 10th, and we've already passed our wild expectations on what would happen. So,
Yeah.
But is there any announcements anyone has, or anything they'd like to talk about before we start?
Yeah, no fan.
All right. Well,
Nothing.
we do have some surprises coming in the coming weeks. Not gonna reveal what they are. Just harass Sven and Cthulhu in our public Discord down below to do the thing,
Yep.
and they'll happen. Because until that happens, that doesn't happen. So
Now do the thing, guys.
now it's public, guys.
Yeah.
Now it's in your court.
Yeah, let me just get right on to talking about Sven.
Do it.
Already. You know what? I'm out of here.
I'm quitting.
But no, also thanks to our wizard Brandon.
Brandon.
Because always, and we have some cool stuff coming out in the future that we're not going to talk about yet. But also a special thanks to.
Let your dreams be dreams.
Special thanks I want to give to June for not only designing the Arcane Archives logo and the banners, but coming up and doing all of the emotes, the sub badges, the point badges, everything. So
And
thank you
she
to
also
you.
did. I know she did our character artwork as
Yes,
well. Which,
yep.
So if you think it's fantastic, that's who made it.
So
June.
Yeah, quick little
Sweet,
shout
sweet.
out to Dank for teaching me a new software to make all of those badges and emotes possible.
alrighty, well, I think if there is no other announcements or anything we'd like to discuss, we can jump into this week's session of the Arcane Archives.
Dun dun dun.
In the last chapter of the Arcane Archives, the party faced off against two strange creatures called Displacer Beasts. After felling these beasts, the party bunked down for the night to wait out the storm. In the night, June discovered another group also hunting these beasts. To avoid conflict with them, June agreed to sell them to the group, even though she discovered a tattoo belonging to the Bureau on the forearm of the leader, Lennon, or Lanan.
Lennon.
Cannon.
In the morning, after discussing trust within the party, they all ventured out to track these foes and or find Sam, who had run off in the night. After seeing Sam appear over the top of a hill trying to lead them on their path, that is exactly where we're going to pick up. Sam leads you all for a few hours as you begin to approach a small village of what seems to be farmers. This is the one that Lennon informed June about the night before. This village is cobbled together with various different types of farms spotted around the outside and a handful of buildings within. Not impoverished in aesthetic, but simple and function over form. As you all are about 10 minutes outside of the village, what would you all like to do?
Yes, this feels like home.
The village.
Yep. A big village of 5 houses. Wonderful.
So Metropolis, really, if you think about it.
Isn't that lacking a little bit of snow for you?
Did you spend
Yes.
most of your time living in the forest? Is this how you live?
Yes, yes, much further north. But yes, in forest, taiga, snowy winterland.
So you should be the one leading the way, yeah?
I prefer to collect food. Because I'm bigger, and then I can eat it while I'm collecting it.
Okay. That's a good plan, yeah.
Spoken like a true chef.
I need to make sure there's enough food for me, right? You know, so.
Look out for number one. I'll kind of point toward or like look towards the village and turn to everybody and say, Lennon mentioned that we might be able to restock on some supplies here. And I'll turn to Cthulhu and Alar and kind of say, I don't know if Sam can help us track them farther than the village, but if he can't, I just want you guys to consider that maybe he might be safer here. And I'll
If
just leave
we-
you with that. But I think we should focus on maybe getting, restocking on some supplies first.
I
Like-
agree.
Unfortunately, I do too.
You agree, unfortunately?
I want to keep them. So
Oh,
look at him.
About Sam.
Look at him.
I mean, look at him. He's so adorable.
He starts
You know,
scooching
it'd
his
be
butt.
heartbreaking.
He's looking at me funny.
What is the benefit of keeping him?
What was that, Durodin? I couldn't hear over the sound of the forest. Yes.
What is the
Oh,
benefit of keeping him?
I think that if he can help us further track Lennon and the group that he was with, that would be a benefit of having him stick with us. But if this is as far as he can take us, then, I think it would be better if he stays here.
That is true, but also, let's be honest. I think we all know where we're gonna find Lennon.
I think so too.
Where?
Murk Meadow Springs, if I'm remembering that correctly.
I was like, that's really close, but I don't think that's right.
No, it is Murk. He's right.
Is it?
You gotta watch my accents.
It's
It's
Murk
alright,
Meadow
I'm all over
Springs,
the place
right?
as well.
Murk Meadow Spring. Yeah, that is what I said. This is where
That's
we
what
go.
I said as well. That's exactly what I said.
Mhm.
We are all on the same page. But I agree
Okay.
about Sam. The road is no place for a dog. Even though we found him on one.
I mean, personally, I don't really care one way or the other. If I think that if Sam stays with us, he's gonna end up not looking so pretty. So I'd prefer to not lead a stray animal to, their death for no reason.
Indeed.
I agree.
I do think if we find a winter wolf, however, we're keeping a winter wolf for sure.
I
And
Or
agree.
we
or
could
if you find a winter wolf.
Don't
Sure.
have animals.
Yes. Last time we met winter wolves, we killed them, and that was upsetting.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
I
it was
went to
kinda
go
my
to
bad.
Theo, because he was grabbing food.
I was trying to be nice to them. I was.
No,
can-
it's fine. They're wild animals. I totally understand it, but also, I'll hurt you.
You've encountered wolves before.
Indeed.
Is this a
I
common
mean-
occurrence?
Wouldn't say so.
What?
Up in the north, which I seem to drop every other minute at this point in time.
Swear.
Yes, it's very common.
Yeah, the last time we saw them, we were in the Lost City. I don't think we've run into any since then, though.
Well, while we are in this farming village, we should, like June said, get supplies, and we should also keep our ears to the ground, so to speak.
Yeah, we should stock up on some food with the gold that we got from then on.
Well, and on that note, let's keep moving forward.
Onward.
Approach the village.
Zio died.
Yeah, he had to fix something. He'll be back.
Quick question: did we split up the gold, or is it still all on June?
All on June.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have it all, but
I was just making sure before. My D&D Beyond's wrong.
I'll share.
Mhm.
Unless I
that
see
was
something
quick.
shiny.
Alright. So, as you all head into the town or the village, I need to learn populations when I use different words. As you head into the hamlet village town, you see various men and women working out in the fields or tending to some crop. No one seems to be having any sort of leisure. It's about noon or just after noon.
Is there a predominant race?
You see a couple half-elves, humans, and yeah, that's about what you see.
Is there anyone that's hurting animals?
Define herding.
As in like they
Herding
have
or hurting?
cow- Herding.
With a
Oh,
D.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
No, not that you see. This seems to be primarily grain, from what you can tell from afar, and as you get closer, based on the smell, you know that there's cattle somewhere or some sort of
Okay.
meat, but
Mm.
there is no herding happening right now. No.
If we see a shepherd, I think the Sam would be a good we could give the shepherd Sam, because I think he's an intelligent dog that would be useful to the shepherd.
This is a good idea, and there is much wisdom in what you have just said.
How old does Sam look, by the way? We didn't really.
Make an animal handling check.
Ooh.
How ratty does he look?
He looks like he's never bathed.
Okay.
Oh,
He just had
negative.
a shower.
Let's just go with 0, so 1. Natural 1
One.
minus 1.
He looks
Like a dog.
he looks like he's years old. And for anyone else
Still-
listening, no, I did not skip out. He looks like years old.
That's what you get with a 1.
He's alive.
Okay.
He is.
Continue
yeah.
heading into the village.
Alrighty.
So, what kind of supplies do we need? Like food or?
Yeah, we can
Food.
probably restock on rations. We've been using a lot of those.
Hey June, do you think they'll have one of those component pouch things?
I doubt it, but
Oh.
never hurts to ask.
Okay.
How is there should be some of you out of rations, correct?
I have
I'm,
1 left.
I
I'm
have, like,
Pretty
2,
low, I
think.
believe.
Yeah.
No, because I gave. No, I'm out. Yeah.
How many?
I was just
How many
saying, you
rations did
guys
you use?
traveled.
Besides
I will tell you exactly. You guys traveled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days. So if you had 10 rations, you should have 0 left.
I'm out.
Oh.
Oh, and then yep, I'm out.
Well then, I think you only told us to do it 5 times, so I'll mark that.
Well,
up.
there was,
Yeah, 'cause I had
one
5
night that
up
we
there,
found
too.
enough food where we didn't have to use a ration.
Oh, that's right. That is
But
that is
I
correct.
have
I'm out.
1.
I'm
That's
out
why I
like
only have
crickets.
1 left.
That is
Yeah,
correct. Yes.
okay.
Thank you for correcting me. You
I
lose
gave- I had
experience.
5.
I'm never wrong.
2 trees, just smushy like an AT-AT.
Yeah. There's
Hi,
actually no
Ecclesius.
trees in this forest, but they grow. And
So there's another Goliath.
alright. So as you head in, like I said, this is a village for them to live. Like they don't sell anything. They don't have shops. There's no tavern for the most. This is their home for the most part. Just the fact that there's 6 or 7 collections of families all living here is what makes it a village. So
Should we just go? Should we go knock on somebody's door?
Well, can we look for a sign of some sort? Maybe like a trading post or like a general goods? Because I imagine most of the buildings don't have signs if they're just homesteads.
correct.
Do any buildings seem to stand out that might be like a general trading? Even if it's like not like a sign, but maybe
Make a
it does
perception
little
check.
bit- I
like
will
a
do that.
lemonade stand.
Does anyone look like a hoarder?
Is there a lemonade stand we could go buy? Do they have grapes?
Grapes are
15.
dusk.
15. As you're looking around, you kind of look back behind you, and it was hard to catch the first time, but you see a old, what would be bulletin board for the most part. But you know, there's moss growing up on it. It looks like it's not very used if at all. As you kind of walk back, you see that there is torn pieces of paper on them that are, you know, crusty and old. There's one piece of paper up in the corner that's like kind of hanging off to the side, but after, you know, however many cycles, the ink has ran off. So
I will walk up to that, and if I didn't mention before, I'm gonna put my hood and my mask and wrap my tail again.
yes,
This
I
way,
noticed it. By the way, it'll go back to normal when he joins back.
I found something. Maybe this will have more information. And I'll kind of motion towards the bulletin board or the thing.
I'll walk up and take a look.
I will follow.
Same.
Okay. As you walk up, you can tell that the wood itself looks like it is very ornately carved. As you guys kind of brush some of the moss out of the way. And you do see up at the top the same Solarian crest. It's, you know, kind of rotted over, but at the very top of it looks to be carved in the Solarian crest.
So yeah, I'll just kind of scan over any of these pieces of paper, see if anything like kind of catches our eye that's relevant to us, or maybe that can potentially help us, like guitar lessons or learn how to
Okay.
speak Korean.
You notice one that's off kind of behind it, that fell off, but the paper's newer. As
Oh,
you pick
yeah.
it up, you do see a writing on it, and it says, "To whom it may concern, steer clear of the main road to Murk Meadow," and then it is signed with a L.
I will have read that out loud as I was reading it.
Okay.
Who do you think L might be? You think that might be this Lenin fellow?
It wouldn't be a far-fetched idea.
Well, doesn't look like there's too many people here. We can go and ask around for an L.
Although I must voice my concern with letting everyone know why we are here and who we are looking for. So maybe be discreet.
I mean, is it something odd to be going to this place that we're headed to, or I wouldn't necessarily tell people that we're looking for somebody, but like, is it too bad to let people know that we're going to Murk Meadow?
Oh no, forgive me, I misunderstood.
Okay.
I just meant in the sense of, it seems this tattooed fellow might be in the crowd with people you don't like already, so maybe it's a good idea to keep it on the down low.
Yeah, I agree. I
Agree
think
with that.
not to bring him up at all, just maybe ask around saying that we're going to Murk Meadow, and if there happens to be anybody who lives here that wrote this note, we could, get more information on why we should be careful.
That is very wise. Why don't we try to find a tavern or a general goods place? Should be
Okay,
the-
I will.
Yeah.
I'll take a look
Or
for
maybe
a.
the first person we see.
Alright, as you are
Yeah.
all walking into the city and you're kind of walking around, you do see in front of one of the homes a elderly half-elven woman. As she's kind of hunched over, sitting in a rocking chair. She has a long pipe that you see, some smoke coming out of. She blows some smoke rings into the air as she looks at all of you.
Well, hello.
Hello there.
I'll bow a little bit.
Greetings.
Yeah, I will as well.
Oh, no need to bow. I'm no one of any consequence.
This is just
You-
politeness.
And she
Yes.
kind of rocks her chair forward, and then just rocks it back like that was her bow, and then stays back.
You are an elder, that is of consequence.
This is true.
You telling me I'm old?
You
Honestly, probably not as old as me, but
Well, we'll digress so you can get back to your smoking pipe. We are traveling east, and we stopped here. Is there a place we can procure rations, or is there a good shop?
No, but, I'm sure that my boy can help you. Before she even finishes, Sonny! Sonny, come here! And you,
Meatloaf!
yes, grandmother. There's someone I'd like you to meet. Okay. And you hear some clanging around going on the inside of the house as the door opens, and you see a half-elven boy, probably late teens, early 20s.
A baby.
Hello.
I'll bow again.
And he he gives
Did the
he does
The
a
Geralt
Geralt bow.
bow.
You can tell that he's not very prim and proper.
Geralt.
And he hook help these fellows out.
Hook him up.
Take him out back and hook him.
Grandmother, what do you
don't have to
mean?
use city slicker slang around us. That's you can just speak as casually.
She kind of just goes back, and her eyes are you can't tell if she's just so old that her eyes are closed, or if she's smiling and she has really squinty eyes. But either way, her eyes don't look like they've seen anything in a long time.
So old that her eyes are closed.
Look at her. She's old. So old.
Done seeing the world.
And the named Sonny goes, all right, what can I do for all of you? Are you just traveling through then?
Yeah.
Yes, pretty much.
And what
Also,
can I
if
help with?
Well, rations one, but before we forget, we also have a dog. And I look at Sam.
And he's
that
just
we would
scooting.
like to find that we would like to find his Sam. Stop, Sam. We're trying to give you away. Stop.
It seems to understand. It seems to understand you say giving you away. Huh?
Oh, what?
You should understand me. I have speech of beast and leap.
He kind of twirls around and then sits and lays down. Defeated.
Good boy. See, he's a good boy. Anyway, so if you know anyone that would like a dog, he's a very good dog.
Is he a good dog?
He's a very good dog.
I mean, I don't know if I could feed him, but the shepherd may be able to take him.
You know what? I said the same thing earlier, that a shepherd would be an ideal candidate.
I mean, I could, yes, I could take hold of Sam, right?
Yes,
Indeed.
yes, Sam.
And I could introduce them. I'd give him to. I don't know the lingo that is appropriate here. How much?
I think introduce.
How much do you want for the dog?
Isn't that right, Sam? I don't think we. No.
What?
We want a good home. That's
Can
what we
we-
want for the dog.
If you are able to help us, take care of Sam, then maybe we could get some rations, but we are also willing to pay you for those too.
Yeah, I'm sure that we could fix something up. Normally they're about, for people that do stop by, about 5 silver, but I guess I could cut that down to 4 per ration.
That's
Sure.
sounds good.
Okay.
How many
We can handle that.
rations do we need?
How far are you going?
Murk Meadow Springs. So I don't know how far away.
And he
that
kind of reserves back.
is.
Yeah.
Well, I
Something
mean that's
wrong
the
with-
next. We're going further
Yeah.
east than that. Just that's the
Yeah,
next.
we have no business in Murk Meadow Spring. It's just our next stop.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, as Aylar, as you're kind of pointing out east, and you look over to the east, at this point now you would all be able to very visibly see the mountain range on the horizon.
Look at the mountains.
Yeah, it's a great view. Kind of taken back, how did you not notice a mountain?
Is this? You should call this settlement Mountain View because you can view the mountains.
But then any place within 100-mile radius would also be mountain view, because you could see the mountains
is-
from. It's a logistical issue with naming villages.
Well, we're not really a village. We're more like a hamoundage? Homage?
What?
Homage.
Hamlet,
Um,
a hamlet.
A Hamlet
We
town
are-
village? A hamoage?
We are a ham village.
We only deal with
Either-
pork.
A commune.
Either way, seeing as that will be our next stop, and you might be more familiar with the area than we are, do you know about how far away we are?
He kind of looks at the sky. I mean, give or take on the weather. About 5 or so days, give or take.
By foot?
As
Give or
the
take
crow
by
flies.
foot.
Then
I think as the person walks.
Oh, yeah, that works too. We are also going to avoid the main road.
Well, then it might be a little longer, but
I'm
So
sorry.
we just noticed a posting on the board back there from an L saying to be wary of the road to
Huh.
Murk Meadow.
Are there bandits, wild creatures?
well, the only other the way I know of getting there is a side road, you could call it, but I mean, that would seem odd for someone to take. I'm not too sure. I haven't seen anyone post there in months.
Well, do you know of an L that lives here in town that we might be able to speak to? Why, they posted such notice?
Grandmother. I'm sorry, I can't recall anyone that has a name with an L. I mean, there's only, 10 of us? I mean, I think I know, right? I should know. Yep, no
I
one.
hope.
Yeah, you
Checked with God.
16th wall break.
God
Yeah.
just checked with God. Oh God. Wow.
So,
Okay.
So no,
how would one
no
find
L's
this?
here.
No L's. How would one find this sign road? It's hard to find.
You'd have to get a little closer. I've never traveled there myself, but I'm assuming it'd probably present itself more on the more on the way. But it's odd that someone wouldn't be on the main road, or that someone would be on the main road. That I don't know. That strikes me as curious.
We're just pacing out our travels. We will probably want to stop about halfway. So if there is any landmarks that might mark this side road, would we notice them?
I would assume so. Yeah, there's probably a deviation. The side road is, more dangerous. It's more secluded. It's harder to see. So that's why it strikes me odd that you'd want to avoid the main road, which is
you're
pretty
right,
wide open.
That is good wisdom. We shall avoid it at all costs.
I mean, either way, good luck.
What?
I have never traveled there myself.
One question. We encountered some sort of beast, big tentacles on its back.
Oh.
Would we encounter those often along the way? Is there other beasts that we should be aware of?
I've only seen them a handful of times in my life. Every now and then they'll come and try to pillage our stock, but to my knowledge, Granny,
Let her sleep. It's
she
fine.
would know more, but I think that they enjoy hunting, so an easy kill isn't really what they're looking for. To my knowledge, but I don't think I've seen some in 2 or 3 winters.
Who protects this village?
I was just wondering.
We don't see too much harm. I guess the men of the village.
Would that include you?
Yes. I'm a man.
And what is your name?
It's Sunny.
Sunny.
Do you not like that name or something?
I don't really like that name.
What would you like to be called?
I don't even know.
Haven't thought about it.
No.
Sunny the Battleborn.
When you only live with like 20 people, 10, 16, whatever number I said before.
5 minus 1 up to 12.
Exactly. When you live with that many people, you can't just be like, my name is Deckard. It's
Deckard.
your name's your name.
Deckard.
You look like a Deckard.
Deckard
I can see
Kane.
it.
I feel like that name is for way cooler of a person.
I think you are really cool. What are you
Same.
talking about?
If your name was Deckard, I would stay a while and listen to more of your stories.
But since it's sunny, goodbye.
Ah,
I am going to pull out 6 gold, and I hope I did this right. 6 gold. No, I don't think I did it right.
a piece of gold would get
This
you
would be 2
would get you 2.5 rations. So 8
Saying
gold.
they're silver.
So 6 gold.
It's almost like, can you put it back at the higher price and not the discount so we
know.
can do the math easier?
I know.
Well, okay.
I've seen
So if we do, it's 4 silver pieces. So times 5 is going to end up being 20 silver pieces, which will be a gold. So for 5 rations, it's a gold, or 2 golds. Sorry.
So for 5 rations,
It's
it's
2 gold.
And so we have 6 people. So
Then
I
4
need
gold
30
per
rations.
person.
You need 30
yeah,
rations.
30 rations would be fine, which would be what, 6 gold or whatever. Yeah.
Well, I
Do
was
you
just-
think maybe
I was
we
gonna get
should-
10 each.
I
Yeah, maybe we
I'd be
should
fine with that.
stock
kind
up.
of agree.
Well, then that's 4 gold apiece.
I
What? Oh.
hand over
24 gold.
24 gold.
Oh, very well.
Go.
Give me a little while. Oh, look at that. It's done. And he goes and gives you a sack with individual sacks full with individual rations.
Prepackaged
you-
MREs.
And you get
Free
60
pack.
Dude,
rations.
he must have a bag of holding because that's
I
a lot
distribute.
of stuff.
Actually, I was
distribute
just
rations.
salting my meat for the future.
Everyone gets 10.
Okay. I love
Sick.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Yes. Yep, it's getting cold. We need to start preserving it, so winter's coming.
Do you see much
Preserve
snow
it for
here?
winter, or would you preserve it for summer?
TM. Hold on.
Yeah.
TM, by the way.
Winter is coming. TM.
Little secret.
Now we just need to get Alar a throne so he can be the king of the north.
Man,
My
do I
God's
get
will.
all of these references?
Brothers, the that one. Okay.
Bye.
Um,
Oh.
Are you on your way then, or are you going to camp for the day? I mean, it's only about looking at the sun, about 2 something.
We should probably run away.
Yeah,
well,
we should
where are the shepherds at?
I think they're out at the moment. You could go and find them. It's
Wow.
probably not too far west.
Would you mind doing it for us, and we just give you Sam?
Oh, of
You
course, I
promised.
can. And he leans down and he holds out a piece of beef, and Sam walks over. And then his same playful self.
Wow.
He like runs up and he like stops and he wiggles his butt, and then he like leaps at it and snatches the meat out of his hand, and then like attacks it in the ground.
His entire
What a
hand's
good
Snatch
gone.
that meat.
So easily bought.
We should probably get on the ways.
Well, would you like to say bye to your pet?
I was about to. I
Oh,
go up
really?
to Sam, I pet his head. I'm like, you're a good boy.
And
Oh.
he's just like back and forth with the meat.
I just like tug his ears a little bit and just pet him and go away.
I want to kind of go up to Sam and kind of crouch down, give him a pat on the head, and just like, thanks for being such a good boy, Sam.
As you say that, he's like, and some slobber kind of flies up and hits you right in the neck. Just
Yeah, and using speech of beast and leap, so it'll actually understand me, unlike all y'all.
right as you begin to talk, you say his name. Well, your guys' given name. He like with the meat hanging out and like flopped on his chin. He,
Sam, you're a good boy. Be a good boy for these people. They'll treat you well.
and he like sits and he like as if he could give you a salute, he would.
I'm a little sad
I give
that
him
we're
a belly
losing.
rub. I give him a belly rub.
Yeah, I'm a
I
little
know,
sad
I know.
we're losing Sam because Anthony, your dog impressions are adorable.
Spot on.
Just find a bear. Just find a bear. And get cuter.
Yeah, I was
We're
gonna
gonna
say,
keep
I've
Sam
seen your bear.
just
Spot on.
I walk past Sam, and I'm like, your nose works good. See ya.
And he looks. as you say, Sia, you swear no one else notices, but you swear he winked at you.
I
Did
we just
I
give up
swear
like
to
a
God,
magic
my
dog?
winks at me all the time.
You just
I know.
as you get away, you just hear peace from Sam,
He's got a gold chain all of a sudden.
and then you see him on his hind legs just
Sunglasses.
into the house, so smug.
Is
is
Sam a
my
gold
crib now.
dragon in disguise?
This is my house.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, he was Snoop Dogg the whole time.
My dog.
D-O-double-G.
I was about
Alright.
to say, man.
Dio.
So, are you all traveling on then?
La-di-da-di-da.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Alright.
Yes.
So the evenings that come, about 2 days pass, so you can mark off 2 rations with uneventful days. No lost sleep or anything to note. The third day, as you stop, you do see what seems to be a slight fork in the road. You see a more distinguished path as you seem to be getting closer to the city, the town. And you see a small path that trails off that is less ground into the ground. As you take a break here, who would have cooked the rations the night before? Or cooked the meal the night before?
I thought it was salted meat. So.
Well, that's like your snack in midday, but somebody at night always makes a meal. You know, you guys rotate off. Who would have made it? Or would you like me to roll a
Might be able
d6?
to start the fire, guys, if you want me to try a little something fancy.
I would like to see you try a little something fancy.
Yeah.
I'd
I'm
love to see it.
fascinated to see you
Got a
cook over
proper
open flame.
Can I
I
roll
see
an
this.
insight check
You've
on
seen
that?
open
that?
flame.
Yeah, of course. What are you trying to see?
Has he ever cooked a meal for himself? Ever?
Okay. Yeah, do an insight check.
No. Your passive insight says no.
When we want something, we put it on the list, and Rosa gets it on Wednesdays and Fridays.
He was just gonna take out a piece of
Why do I
paper
feel like
and
that's
write
from a
it down
movie?
and
It's from
stamp it
from
to a
from The
tree.
Office.
Oh, is
Yeah,
that?
that's from
Okay.
Just to
You're
be
lucky
clear,
I only rolled a 9.
Just roll a d20, Nif. Wow, Zio. Sorry.
okay.
By the way, that's
Um,
his character on
17.
Mondays, which you guys can't watch. So.
Way to plug something they can't absorb.
Yeah.
Hey, this really cool thing we do.
That was
Fuck
Hey,
you.
there's
this
this thing
really
you
cool
can't see.
cafe that you cannot watch, by the way.
All right, what was your d20 roll, Zio?
17.
You think he might know his way around a fire?
I believe him. I
And
bet he is a
just-
master
Well, yeah,
chef.
you walk around a fire. You don't walk into it. It's fucking obvious.
Just to be clear, I'm not trying to do any cooking. I'm just trying to start the fire.
Zio, son
You said you were gonna do something fancy.
Yeah, not with food. I don't
I want to light
really.
the fire
This
on
whole
face.
time-
He's gonna set off a
All
fire
of our
grenade.
All of our stomachs have been growling, and you just all you want to do is heat?
I mean, somebody can cook.
No,
Okay, fine. I
Amateur.
will cook.
Chef
If you want to
Alar.
procure the flame, I will cook a food.
Okay.
Alright.
I
we
will,
can cook together. We
so
can cook together. Chef Alar and Chef Ecclesius will cook together.
Chef Ecclesius.
Shut up,
I love that name.
Name-
Oh no.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so Zio, how do you light this fire?
All right. So, as
Zio
some of the
started.
group might have seen before, I'm holding my right wrist with my left hand and have my hand pointed out with my finger slightly curled as I point towards. I'm assuming
I know,
we
that's
would
what-
have built some little, basically. And I'm going to focus really hard on the wood that I'm trying to catch. And I'm just gonna kind of stare at it.
Catch
I
that
want-
one.
Roll a percentile die. Same odds as before.
Alright.
50 and above it
Um,
succeeds.
That's a 00, so 100, right?
Yes.
For on the D10, and then
Yes.
so 106%.
No, it would be 00 would be 0. Yeah, it'd be
Actually, yeah, it
0,
would be.
and then,
Yeah, and then
Yeah, it would be.
10.
so as
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
You sit there for a little bit. You guys see a little bit of a.
When
That is smoke. That is not a fire.
I've never seen someone
Hey,
roll
hold on,
0
it's
on
coming.
percentile die. I like the sound in your voice too.
okay.
It's coming.
Just a little further.
Alright, I'm just gonna walk up and start the fire as he stands there.
Okay, take my jacket off.
Got the lap sweat.
All right, so as it's coming, you walk up there and just
Yeah, it's just like
and you start the fire.
Oh
Oh, come on, Uridan. Oh, it's so close.
I'm hungry. I cannot wait for this.
And my sides are all ready. Where is this fire?
What?
Where is your fire?
What kind of meat are Alar and Ecclesius cooking?
This is actually a dish that I learned out on the islands all the way to the west.
What kind of meat is it?
There's only land to the west. What do you mean by the islands?
West of There's a hairball. and now I am Russian.
Not COVID.
There are islands west of Falbian. Have you not known this?
What's Falbian?
We are Falbians. The entire landmass.
I am from the north.
You are from North Falbian.
We're all
You are-
Albanians.
You are northern
Albanians.
There it is.
You are from north.
This is serious. Sorry. I got.
All right. Hold on. Everybody,
You're
just
North
get the
Falbian.
smiles out of your face. The tip of the tongue, the teeth, and the lips. All right.
You are from
Fart jokes.
Falbian. We are in Falbian. You are from North Falbian.
Thought. I think I need a map.
I have not one. I don't have.
Okay. Next time because I'll be honest, we didn't have maps. We didn't use names for things. So next time.
Is Common
I need a
not
map.
your first language either?
No, come to think, it's my fifth actually.
Oh, wow.
Well, we'll
That explains a lot.
if we find a larger city or a settlement, maybe we can find a cartographer. It's interesting. There's lots of ways that they name things. It's interesting your culture has no names for things.
Are you guys gonna cook or
Well, I
not?
mean, listen, part of cooking is making good conversation.
Zio in the background.
Oh, I'm still trying.
Even though the fire's lit.
The fire is lit. I'm just trying to send a firebolt into this fire at this point.
All right. Well, you spend the better part of an hour and no fireball happens. I've never seen someone roll 0 on a percentile die. All right. You're lucky
First
that you
market.
got.
I am
To be fair, you
actually
didn't
looking
see
at my
him roll
percentile
it.
now, and I might have rolled 60, but it's right next to the 00, so I don't know if I just moved the die or not. But
Well, we're going
did
with
what
it.
you
it's
did.
been called.
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Alrighty,
Zero
so
gets
that would have been the day before. So the day you guys are currently on, we'll say that's this day. Do you guys choose to take the main road or the side road?
Do you want to take the main road or the side road?
Did we establish which was faster?
Well, I guess we don't have horses, so we shouldn't take the main road.
The main road is faster, but the side road will keep us hidden. And we
I
are also
also
warned
think-
against using it.
Yeah, I also think that if Lennon and his party were to head this way, they most likely took the side road.
Do you think this could be a ruse to get us off the main road? He did tell you about this place after all, no?
I don't actually care which road. The main thing was a horse joke. But anyway,
I'll rewind and left post.
Main. A horse's mane.
I don't get it.
I get it.
Yeah,
I don't really think. I mean, personally, I don't really care.
sorry, I tried
route
to
we
joke.
take. Maybe.
I'll stop doing that.
Tries wood.
Well, I don't think that the town was involved with the fellows that walked upon us while we slept. I think whichever way is probably doable.
What did that letter say again? Or that post?
the letter was warning against using the main road. I said it was
Yeah.
dangerous, but the side road, Now that I'm thinking about it out loud to all of you, if Lennon was the one you met, then Lennon was the one you were apprehensive of, maybe Lennon is trying to draw us off of the main road. But we don't know if Lennon is friend or foe.
Well,
I
he
don't-
has the tattoo. I'm pretty
I
sure
wouldn't
he's
say he's
part
friend.
foe.
Yeah. But I also don't know what motivation he would have to like lead us one way or the other.
I think it's probably just dangerous because, I mean, we're by somewhere that's known to house nefarious individuals or people, and probably bandits or some stuff on the
You
road.
You
I
can't
feel like
assume
you've done-
that they are just housing. To them, they're just housing people. They're not
I'm
housing
fairly certain
nefarious.
Someone said that they're shifty people
Yeah,
living
Murk
there.
Meadow he's talking about, not the.
Oh,
little
oh, I
place
thought
we
this-
were-
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
aptly
sorry, I
named
was-
village
yeah.
or Mountain View village.
Yeah, Mountain View
Yes,
Village.
yes.
I was very distracted earlier.
Uridan
By
was-
what? The mountains?
My
Probably-
cell phone connection wasn't working.
Uridan, you seem to be pretty good at directions and navigating and all of this kind of stuff. What is your suggestion?
there is work being done in the forest.
Yeah, this carpentry is very loud. I'm mostly
You see a guy just sitting by a wooden bench, just, not even like just a hammer and a chisel on a piece of wood. Just
he's not even making anything. He's just hitting it to hit it.
Y'all looking for Murk Meadow Springs? Right, see you.
No, we do not meet that guy. We didn't meet that guy.
But-
I'm definitely more confident in my own land. The land that I don't know it's much harder, but I could give it a try.
This June, can I ask you a question?
Sure, but Uridan, I trust you. So whichever way you think we should go. But what, Ecclesius?
I just wanted to ask you your opinion of Lennon. Do you think that this would be a ruse to get us off the main road?
I don't know him very well.
Your intuition. You seem like an insightful person.
All I really know is that he was trying to kind of cheap out on what he was about to pay us for killing those beasts.
Oh, well, he's
Um,
dishonest.
I
I mean,
do. Yeah, I believe
That's
that.
haggling. I mean, you can't really blame a brother for haggling. I don't know why I phrased it that way just then, but you can't blame anyone for haggling.
Sure, but my point is that
Brother
that
gotta haggle.
he's also a member of the bureau, and the bureau has been known to dabble in some unkind and kind of frowned upon actions. So
Ah,
I wouldn't
see.
necessarily consider him someone that we need to fight, which is why I took the actions that I took when we met, but I also don't think that he's someone that we should trust.
Well, I guess it's in the opinion of Urodin then. Whoever knows these roads better might make a good sound decision. I will stand by the group's decision.
I'll cross my arms and just wait for stuff to happen.
I'll step forward and I'll see which of the roads is the most traveled.
just by looking at it, you can tell that the main road is.
Hence the name.
Well, just by looking at this main road, it is definitely more traveled. If it was so dangerous, I think it would be less traveled. That's my opinion.
Well observed. And I'm just like, I
Maybe
think
it's recently dangerous.
I'm gonna. Wasn't that sign old?
Then
no, the paper was fresh. It just happened to fall off the bulletin
Oh.
board.
so
Either way-
perhaps
Either way, it's going to be a dangerous road. We're going into a dangerous place, and we're going.
We
for-
literally fought shifty things with tentacles on their backs, and we're scared about bandits on the road, I think we'll be fine.
I got an
Yes.
idea. I
Yeah,
got
let
it.
Cthulhu
Ready?
speak.
Oh, sorry, Cthulhu, go for it.
It's all right. We're going into a shifty area, and either way, we're either going to be secluded or away from people. We're going to be on the main road and possibly jog. Either way, we're kind of at a double negative, so we should pick the fastest route possible to the city.
I agree. There is
I
wisdom in
agree.
this. And Alar, you don't strike
Same.
me as someone who will be arrogant, yet you displayed it here so proudly.
I mean, I just don't. I typically walk on the road. I don't put much thought into it.
Well, it is decided then.
Onward.
The main
Oh, okay, I'll put this
road-
coin away because I was just gonna leave it up to the coin.
Oh, I thought, Uridan, that you already kind of commented on the paths, and you were leaning towards the main path.
Yeah, I mean, I was, but I was just gonna make it faster by letting the coin make the decision.
Well,
it looks
I
like you were too slow on that fast option.
yeah.
I held it in my hand this whole time. No
So-
fireball.
Is ooh. Ooh.
As we're all standing here,
I have a
my
new target.
Yeah, it's not
Uridan, you did shoot him with one of your arrows, so
No, I don't know
that
what you're
hurt.
talking about.
it's not
really
coming out of
bad.
nowhere.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But
He
ever-
jumped out in front of me.
as we're standing here, my belt's gonna unfurl, and my tail kind of curls around and starts to kind of like point towards the side road, and I'll just say,
No, the group already decided that it's not the best way.
and then it'll kind of go back around my waist. But I will take my hood and my mask off now that we're kind of out of like the village.
Then I think we should start heading that way.
Onward. And I'll
So
start
that was the main
going.
path then, right?
Yes.
Main
Yeah, that's what
road.
Yes.
Alrighty. So,
We don't listen to signs.
as you... Okay, tell me how to live my
Bring it
life.
on, danger.
Fuck school.
So, as you all travel, the next morning, unfortunately, you all have food poisoning from the food cooked the day prior.
Turds.
I
Who
told you not to
fed
put your
us
hairball into
butthole?
it.
Wait, I don't. Do we roll for it? That we just didn't do
Yeah,
good.
can we?
The berries were spoiled.
I put berries in it. I thought
It's-
we. Yeah,
nothing negative is happening. Just you all got
Oh.
food
I just
poisoning.
don't trust you to cook anymore.
We
I
have
wasn't paying attention at all when I made it. I'm so sorry.
at least yours is coming out of that end.
DM, do I have like a little like tonic or something for like an upset stomach? That
Yeah,
I
you have an
can-
antitoxin.
No.
Well, it's not something that strong. Like something home.
Oh, man, my
remedy
stomach's
I
upset.
can make.
Let me drink 50
Yeah.
gold.
No. Something
Do we have
homemade that I
Pepto?
can whip up.
We'll say over the just you guys have to suffer through it for 12 hours.
Do we lose time? Does it like kind of slow us down?
You lose an hour.
But
It hits you really hard at the beginning, and then you guys all just kind of had a squat walk for a little bit till you found a river. But
Oh God.
Does that go
Do you want
downriver
that
back to the
dysentery
village?
story,
actually,
or-
yeah, you guys are upriver from it.
I'm
So
gonna draw all of us squat walking.
Oh, weird.
Can we just smash cut back to the river and Sonny's like squatting? Those people were actually pretty nice.
Oh no.
and then Sam next to him drinking
Down
it.
river.
yeah. Anthony goes
That's disturbing.
Sam goes to drink. He's like, wait a minute.
All of the cattle then get poisoned. You guys come back 3 days later, and everyone in the village is dead.
Oh my God.
Got him.
Everyone in the village
That
got
one who gave us the
dysentery.
berry.
Yeah.
Everyone got
XP,
called
please.
out.
Oh man. So,
Yeah,
Pee for the dead villagers.
That's XP.
oh man.
How much is a common villager like? 0.5
Well,
XP?
I'll tell you what. You guys can get as much XP for the entire village. So in this milestone XP session, you guys get 20 XP.
Heck.
So
Wow, that means all or nothing.
I do want to stress
level
to
5, I
the
think.
group that since we have an official warning about this road, we should absolutely stay on our guard. Not that we wouldn't have been otherwise, but I feel the need to bring that up.
I agree. Before we go down, I can see if anything.
What was that, Cthulhu?
Oh, I said as before we bunker down, I can. If there's anything evil around us. But yeah, we should just keep going.
You can sense evil.
Give or take, yeah.
How does this work? I am fascinated by this.
Well, a lot of it's my god. A lot of it I don't understand yet. But
That can be dangerous.
yeah, no, not
Or a
understanding
work in
power.
progress.
It's a work in progress. It's kind of like his fireball, but with a god. I guess a little different.
Did you say fireball?
Bolt,
Or
whatever. I don't know.
bolt?
I don't do
Two
magic.
There's
very
the-
different things.
They are
Tomato,
different?
tomato.
Both
that-
do.
No,
he
no,
doesn't
So
use
two
that's
a
very
called-
boat, so he
different
doesn't
things.
have the names down.
Yes, Theo. It is called fireball.
Huh.
Bolt.
Bolt. Maybe next time I'll
Bolt.
try saying that when I.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god, Zio just unintentionally turned into a D&D meme. Fireball, fireball, fireball.
Yes. I love it.
We need a
God.
smash cut to that vine of the kid playing LARP, and he's like, fireball,
Fireball.
fireball. That's Zio.
Ew.
Seems to
Um,
be.
Are we closing in on nighttime? Is that what we were saying? Camping's coming up?
Actually, I mean, unless you have something to do with camping, I was going to push you guys forward a few days.
I would like to redeem our stomach.
Very well. So you guys camp for another day, and the night is yours.
As I'm kind of preparing, I would have looked for like some mushrooms and some berries and whatever meat we could find. Maybe I would have sent Uridin or Alar out to get something. And
Yeah.
as I'm cooking, I'm thinking of my Gram, and I try to make something like one of her recipes.
Alrighty. So you take better part of an hour to scavenge together what you can, and you find more bad berries.
No.
Graham's disappointed.
I know how to pick the berries.
You pick them clockwise, not
Berries.
counterclockwise. Another ruined.
Yeah.
So you spend about an hour, and you manage to make a very good healing your belly food. After you guys just dunk your lower half in a river, you guys don't
Whoa.
have to squat walk for the rest of the trip.
We are all bonded now. This
Who's to say we're not diarrheal?
Through experience, diarrhea does bond people. Diarrhea stories bond people. Let me tell you. Anyways, sorry.
Let's not.
My pants were brown,
No,
or
no,
were
we-
tan. Now
we
they are
now
brown.
bonded. That's how that works.
This guy's got the right idea. He wore the brown
I was
pants.
about to say.
So yeah, June, you were cooking us some food. Is this
Yeah, it's-
a secret recipe from where you come from?
I wouldn't necessarily say secret, but one of the best. My family owned an inn, and
Really?
my grandma used to cook, and I may have picked up a thing or two, but
Hey.
definitely won't be as good as hers was.
Did you grow up in this inn?
I did.
Oh wow, you must have saw all sorts of people in and out, or was it sort of off the road, not so popular?
No, it was right on the border of Utheron and Celeria, so there were a lot of people that came through.
Oh, you
DM,
grew up kinda close, then.
would I ever made my way there, or would I know of it?
Make a history check.
And at night, while we're like winding down, I'm like trying to carve the battle axe or my little hand,
The battle axe.
right?
Your 2x4 you've been carrying around for 2 days,
Yeah.
5 days?
Yep.
16 from the history check.
16. You haven't gotten a description, so you're not really sure if this is the exact one, but you know that you have stayed at one within the last year, and it was fairly lively. They sold predominantly Vunra wine, and the barmaid was Dwarven.
I don't know if I stayed at your family's inn, but there was one sort of in the direction you said, and it was jovial, and there was a dwarf that did the bar, and there was a very bitter wine that was not for my tongue, but it seemed to be popular amongst the patrons.
Unfortunately, it probably was not the one that I grew up in.
Well, here's to a small world. But I won't interrupt you. Continue to cook your delicious food.
I want to do like a perimeter as everybody kind of settles down. So
I was
I'll,
about to.
like,
Okay. Is
join
Cthulhu
me.
is carving, or you're going to?
I'm trying to carve or like make a semi as intricate.
intricate.
Do you have woodworkers tools?
Interkit.
No, I'm doing it with just a pure battle. Or no.
You're using your sword to carve.
Hand act.
Okay. 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 Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh shit.
Ecclesius,
Just cause you're a blacksmith, I'm gonna put disadvantage.
Did you do
and
it?
you have a battle axe.
Fuck, you son.
I'm sorry, it's a battle axe. You're trying to carve
I
intricate
already
things.
rolled
Ju-
it. Fuck, I have
just-
one nat 20 and
Just roll a new natural
A 12.
20.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a couple times where you slip, you take off a little bit or a lot of bit more than you like. But you get the idea right now. You get what you're going for. You get the early visions.
is exactly how I envisioned.
Can I walk by Cthulhu and just be like,
Cthulhu, I'm going to do a round to make sure this place is secure. I want you to join me while they cook food.
Yeah, sure. Join.
and then I'll do a perimeter while everybody else does their thing.
I'll
All
join
right.
them, and also, like the three corner, or like in a triangle formation, I'll cast Channel Divinity, Channel Divinity, Channel Divinity.
Okay. As you guys do your perimeter, as June, about this time, you're finishing up the tea and your food. Everything seems to be normal. It's a quiet, still night. You actually see the moon over top of the mountain coming up right now as it casts a huge shadow over the land, obviously, but you see it slowly start peeking out from behind the mountain range.
Looks all good.
Can we smell the food from here?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, who's with who right now?
I would say everybody except for those two are at the camp. Are you cooking with any meat? What are you cooking, June?
Well, like I said, like I would have sent Uridin or Alar, whichever one of you is willing, to see if you could catch some sort of meat.
Okay. You guys are near a
Yeah.
river. You could fish.
Fish counts.
Fish kill.
Fish isn't
There
meat.
are-
They're
there-
friends.
There are
Is that the
beasts
quote?
in the river. There are beasts. Isn't it too cold when they freeze to death?
Have you
This
ever
isn't
heard
the
of ice
north, you
fishing?
dingus.
Everywhere's the north.
Now just meta, I'm showing how much of an idiot I am.
I look at both of them. Am I gonna have to go do this myself too?
I think.
Yes.
Cthulhu, you're not there.
That's good thing yells from the forest.
From the distance, you just hear yes.
Get that
Picture the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey Zio, did you
I'll-
go with the perimeter party?
I was going to, but I wasn't invited, so no.
All right, good.
As we smash cut to Zio, still going.
It's coming.
No, I was invited.
I actually want to pull Zio aside
Okay.
when
I'm gonna
when the
go
time
fish
comes.
myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
As Jude goes
Hey,
off,
I was gonna go fish.
Go fish,
Go
Alar.
together.
as Alar's voice gets really high pitched,
That
And then-
reminded him of ice fishing.
and then quickly runs away. And Alar will say over the course of the hour or the half hour, you catch enough fish to feed the party. So Urden, as you pull Zio to the
Nice.
side,
Yeah,
at this
so-
point, Ecclesius and Cthulhu would be on the opposite side, so you pull them away from their path, so they're not gonna be like, "Oh hey!"
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, I know you.
Kind of as we're just hanging around, I'll just look at him and I'll say, how do you feel about my unrest toward what the actions of when we were in the cave, what June did?
How do I feel about your unrest?
Yeah, like I mean, everyone seemed to be in favor of it, and I seem to be the only one who was a little off put.
Well, it wasn't just you. Um, Cthulhu definitely showed dissatisfaction with the situation, but I think ultimately it is uncalled for. I think that you should have a little bit more faith in the people that you're putting your life in their hands. Like, if things went wrong, you should know that June would have woken us up, or if she felt that there was a threat, she would have woken us up before they even came in. I think that, yes, things had the potential to go wrong, but, like, if... Let me put it this way. If you were the one on guard, everybody is putting their life in your hands.
Oh,
We're
exactly.
trusting you. How would you feel about the entire party not trusting your judgment on that?
Well, I mean, I feel everyone that sided with June does not trust my judgment already.
I trust your
Because
judgment.
oh well, I guess this sort of trust has not been spoken of, so it was new to me to not. I'm used to having um what is you just have each other's back, and so when someone is doing something and you're like, oh, maybe I need help, you go get someone just in case. And I know that a lot of us we we speak better with our weapons than we do our words, but that's where I personally have learned from our what happened with Sven has changed a lot in me. I don't want to fight all the time anymore.
I think that there's more parts at play than you may be considering. If she would have woken us up in the state that we were in, it would have slowed us down. It would have, if anything did end up happening, which there's a higher chance of the more of us are awake with our differing opinions. If, she would have woken us up, there is a higher chance of things turning bad, and a very good chance in the state that we were in that people could have died.
Yeah, that is very true.
I think that she did a excellent job in considering all of the factors at play and making a decision that benefited the group overall.
I don't want to come off as if I don't trust June. Just in that specific moment, we learned after the fact that someone of the Bureau was, close to us while we were not all awake. But she did a fantastic job. Probably better than anyone else here. But
I agree.
there's something that doesn't sit well with me when I am asleep and there are unknown people coming up and breathing on my face.
Well,
Don't like it.
now that we know that, maybe you will be the one that we all go to wake up whenever we hear a sound in the night. But I would like to ask, you say that you don't want to just go and fight, correct? Like, especially after what happened with Sven.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there are. I lust for honor. That is what I want. I now
Okay.
am learning that it is not always in battle. So I am still trying to figure out how to use the good words to earn those things, but I want
Well,
to.
I wanted to ask you, since you don't want to jump into battle, what do you know about the Bureau?
Personally, I know just as much as everyone else here.
Which
I
isn't
just
a lot, is it?
nope.
And where did that information come from? One source, correct?
So far, yeah.
All I'm trying to say is that our information could be not correct at all. And we don't know the intentions of these people. We just know that they're an organization and that the man that committed the atrocity towards Sven could be linked to them or has been linked to them at some point. Just because somebody is part of the Bureau, before we learn more information, maybe we should just observe and see how they act. This man seemed to not have any hostile actions towards us, so I feel that maybe we need to learn more about these people before we decide to make them our enemies. And we should not go blindly trusting the words of one single source about any said group of people.
You are very correct. I definitely think our enemy number one is the man, the Goliath that caused the harm to us and to Sven.
I agree.
The people he is involved with, though, could help us, or if he some reason told them about us, they could hurt us. He has no reason to, because he kind of, you know, made us run away.
Yeah.
But you are very correct. We have one target. It is that bastard Goliath.
I agree. And I think that our goal is to get revenge for Sven on this Goliath. And after or while we're trying to achieve that goal, if this Bureau causes us any issues or tries to stop us in any way, that's when we make our decision about the entirety of the group.
But are you prepared that if, say, we get our revenge, to have the entirety of that group upon us? Are you prepared for that?
It's hard to say without knowing the entirety of the group, but for Sven's sake, I think so.
I raise my spork and I go to cheers him and realize he doesn't have one. You don't have
Oh, I pull out my
Did I-
spork that you gave me.
you there. I knew I gave you one.
Yes.
Come here. Let's click them
Okay.
together.
Is it his wood? Is it his wood?
Mine is.
Yeah,
I think
so
I
you-
gave him. Yeah, he's got the one.
You just.
Well, Corporal, I appreciate your time and you coming to me to ask my opinion.
I just don't want, the separation. I did, and I'll pull out an arrow. I made this arrow, for June. I was going to give it to her, and then I got mad, like a little child. And then, but I think I'm still going to give it to her as just like a reminder.
What's the arrow? What makes
I'll hand it
special?
over, and I made this while Katoon and Aylar were sparring, and all it says on it is just breathe. but the feathers on it are from an owl, and then the other is from an owl bear. So there's like 2 different feathers in there.
Okay.
That's cool.
And then I also made one for you.
Oh,
And I pull out another. I pull out another arrow. This one, it says the royal, and although the feathers on this one are pretty basic, it has colorful rocks in it because I didn't have any gold to put into the etching.
so
But
yeah,
this one is for you.
well, thank you. I appreciate it.
But yeah, so everyone is gonna get one eventually, but these are the ones I thought of so far.
You've given me 2 gifts now, and I have not given you anything.
It's pronounced GIFs. No, I'm not there.
Yeah, you're not there.
Where I come from, it's pronounced GIFs, but I just like that's part of the honor for me is I honor your friendship, I honor your battle companion and you as a battle companion, and so those are the things that I do for my just to show how honorable I am to Cord.
Interesting. One of these days you'll have to sit down with me and tell me a little bit more about Cord. But
I'd love to. I need to learn more about
I-
him. It's very vague.
oh, interesting.
Did you say you're very
Um,
fake?
No, very vague.
Oh, okay. I heard I had to learn more about him. I'm very fake.
I don't actually believe it. He is just there, I guess, Spaghetti Man.
Spaghetti man.
Spaghetti man.
Well, just from looking at your Erden, I would not have thought that you were this thoughtful and that you put this much intent into the honor that you want to show.
That is because honor is very. It's close to trust. You earn it. You're not given it.
Well, I think that after the unfortunate events that took place after that, and after all of us have shown our resolve, that's what made me ultimately trust all of you.
I agree. That is what fast-tracked so much of the companionship that we all have.
Well,
Is that Ecclesius?
At this point, you hear in the distance June ringing the metaphorical dinner bell.
oh, I guess food's done.
Yeah, so the perimeter is
Perfect.
pretty okay. It's good, yeah. I'll meet you back again.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
and thank you for accompanying me on this very solemn walk with few words and more of eyeballs on the tree line. Why don't we get supper? We can speak more there.
Indeed.
No.
And I'll sprint as fast as I can to camp.
I will walk very not fast.
I will walk.
I will. Yeah.
will walk.
Get a can swallow
Um,
that fash.
So
I end up walking backwards.
I'll mosey.
as you come over and you see June's salmon with a jus sauce, made from blueberries and pickles.
I don't think
you
that's
just found
anything
them.
We'll go with
but-
mushrooms.
Wild,
You just found them.
grown pickles.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
found some thyme
just
and
in the
some
jar.
basil.
You all enjoy a very soothing and relaxing meal that is a welcome delicacy, especially in the wild and after your squat walks.
So now everyone's around, and everyone's all full and has stuffed themselves with this delicious meal. I'll stand up around the fire and I'll say, does anyone mind if I say something real quick?
No, not at all. You have the floor.
Go
The
ahead, buddy.
ground.
Mhm.
I'll nod at Erden.
So, June, I want to formally apologize for how I acted in the cave the other night. And I have this for you. And it's an arrow that I described earlier. And across the shaft of the arrow, it says just the word breathe.
I'll kind of grab it and I'll start kind of like looking at the feathers. And I'll ask like, what kind of feathers are these?
There is just the owl feathers, and then the very long one doesn't make sense to shoot this one, so that's why it's an owl bear feather.
Well,
I just like that. It doesn't make sense to shoot it. Just don't use it.
It's decorative arrow. It's very quaint.
Iridan, this is very kind of you. As I was telling Ecclesius earlier, my family owned an inn while I was growing up, and it was actually called the Dreaming Owl. So
That is quite ironic. Wow. That's pretty amazing.
that's
I mostly-
pretty amazing.
I mostly the words in it are because you were saying that sometimes if you lose your concentration or your cool, you go off the hinges. So I made it for, reminder. Just breathe.
And it will remind me for the days to come. And Iridan, you don't have to apologize to me for being upset. I understand why it would be unsettling, and I never meant to make you feel that way. But I'll kind of look around to everybody, but I hope that you all know that I will never let anything happen to you if it is up to me.
I'll raise my flask or water skin, and I vow to never let anything happen to either of you, any of you.
I hold up my little cup with tea.
Hold up my water flask.
My tail holds up my cup.
Although I am new to the group and I am mostly an outsider, this goes for me as well.
Well, I appreciate all of you. And I think Zio's army is becoming stronger and stronger by the day.
It's our very own.
When the fuck did you become our ruler? But so be it.
Captain.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
our
let's
very
travel
own
together.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah. What's anyways, I am thankful for you all, and to travel together is to trust each other, and I hope you all know you can trust me to also protect you all at any cost.
Aylar, what are some other things you are grateful for?
I was just
Well,
thinking,
that-
I'm like, did we just like not
that-
like unintentionally have our own?
Nick specifically mentioned he's
I am-
not gonna do this, so I'm gonna make
I
his
know.
character do it now.
I remember reading this.
You bastard.
Aylar,
Good character.
Aylar,
Call
what?
you a bastard.
What are
Hey,
other
we're
things you are
festive.
grateful for? I go to sleep.
I'm thankful to be alive.
That is a very good one. I think you speak on behalf of most of us here. But in all sincerity, I am grateful that I found all of you. Though I was your contact from Chester, this is my first assignment on my own, and I must admit I was nervous. But now I have a newfound confidence.
Can
Well,
I
You're one of us now,
Possibly-
Ecclesius.
I want to sweeten that a little bit because guess what? I have an arrow for you, my friend.
Oh,
For me?
Yes, I do. I pull it out. I didn't,
Just a
You
new
might get
guy
a
on it.
second arrow.
Just FNG.
Pal.
It says your name.
This one says your name because I don't know anything about you. No, I'm just kidding.
Cat
I
boy.
hand it over. And
Says meow.
it also is a very basic arrow, but in the etching of it, you read the words "the collector," and it is in just like any white rock that I could find on the ground, just etched, and I placed them in there. Very small, fine, white rocks and pebbles.
I will cherish this, and I will cherish this, and I will now add it to my equipment on the D&D Beyond. Thank you, Urdin. This was kind of you to think of me.
It is, I know, rudimentary for now, but I didn't. I just had time while Cthulhu and Alar beat the shit out of each other. So, what do? Make arrows for your friends, huh? Right?
Exactly.
I just took your point of
Next
view in your
time.
head was, man, why are they punching each other? These would be so much easier.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we'll use our arrows and see which one is a better shot.
To be fair, I thought you were writing everybody's name on an arrow, and I was like, this looks like he's got an arrow pegged for each one of us.
What are you, Batman?
Yeah, it's got
More
1 and
thoughtful
0.
than that.
Don't look in my quiver when you have to sleep.
Oh my god.
the quiver?
Don't ever look in Urdin's quiver.
No.
Well, since we're all here and I'm handing them out, I got one for everybody because it took fucking 4 hours for those two to beat the shit out of each other. So
That was strange. Has this happened
Was I?
often?
But no, that
first
was
time.
actually the first time. But I'm sure there's going to be more, so don't.
Oh, probably.
Just you wait.
Most
We'll have to
definitely.
put some money down next time.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So
you all
Alar-
want to
But this
I'm
this
sorry.
time, no
Oh.
abilities. Huh?
I'll pull another arrow out and I'll twirl it in my hands and I'll hand it. The the hell the feathers on an arrow call it? They're fletchings, right?
Yes. The fletching.
I hand it fletching side toward Alar, and he gets a jet black
Ooh.
arrow, and it's just very crudely chiseled into there with a fucking hand axe because that's all I had, and I hand it to him, and it says the North on it.
This is very nice. It reminds me that I am from the north.
You don't need reminding of that. You tell us every other moment.
So that you may never forget your roots.
Do I? I don't even notice it. I just but it's a good reminder, and I will appreciate this, and I'll remember you through the north. Do you want a story? No, I'm just kidding.
I want you to remember me through the arrow, but never mind. I turned to Cthulhu.
I will remember you, and I will remember all of you, as a matter of fact, from this arrow, and I very much appreciate it, Erd.
And I'll actually physically walk up to Cthulhu and I'll put my hand on his shoulder. Although we are not related, we are brothers.
Yeah, kind of. Brothers
And don't question it. Just listen to me. Listen, you have the mouth of a bunch of dirty sailors, and you
Indeed.
you have the smallest fuse I've ever seen in my entire life. But you are part of this group, and I cherish you, and I think you will be a very honorable orc when time comes. And I pull out another arrow, and I hand it to him, and this one says, the faithful.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
I know. I held this up to the moon after I made it. Pretty sure Foltis looked down on it.
Probably did. He always named all of us.
And then I take a seat down.
All right.
If you all want to bunker down, I will take first watch of the night.
I will definitely go to bed first.
I'll take the last watch.
Alright.
I wanted to do just a small thing before
Yeah.
I go to sleep.
Okay.
And I would have gone to Zio and invited him to come and meditate with me. If you would like.
I would love to.
This time, when I sit down to meditate, I take out a very old but like treasured, well taken care of leather bound book with some elven script on it, and I open it just to like the first few pages, and I put that in front of me as I sit crisscross applesauce. And when I meditate, I picture the storm that Uridin and I watched through the cave, and I hear the thunder, and I focus on the lightning. And as I meditate, I try to channel that lightning through my body.
Cool.
Alright. What you start to see, Zio, as she does this is, even though you're trying to meditate, like, you're not cool, I'm cool too, I don't need to pay attention to what you're doing. And you're like doing your own thing, you start to feel like, as she's sitting to your left, you start to feel the hairs on your arm, the peach fuzz on your arm, excuse me. Oh wait, no, you're old now, the hair on your arm.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, I'm old, yeah.
Stands up, as you look through, and you can see like this static that's just kind of curling around June.
Ooh.
As every now and then you see
I
like a
won't-
blue little shoot across.
I won't say anything as I'm sitting down next to her with crisscross applesauce as well. I've got my hands with my fingers interlaced with my palms pointing up, sitting in my lap, and my thumbs touching, and trying to keep focus as best as I can. Trying not to, peek over every 10 seconds to see what kind of sparks are flying off of June. I'm just going to focus very intently on the nature around me, and just taking deep breaths and just kind of feeling the entire environment around me.
Okay. As you're doing that, as you're focusing, you kind of open your eyes just a little bit as you're looking at the beautiful night. As in the distance, the little bit of tree coverage, you see peek out from behind one of the trees a fluorescent colored, in color fox just peeks its head out.
Ooh.
And then as you like try to focus on it, it seems to disappear. And as you close your eyes back again to go back to your meditation.
Yeah, I'll sit there, and after seeing the fox, I would try and envision the fox and maybe try and focus on its energy.
Okay. Jay, the thing, do you actually have that yet, or is it a future thing?
I have it.
Okay.
I don't have the things needed for it.
Okay. As you try to envision it, you get a solid grasp on what it looked like. As you run back again what happened, and in your head you kind of manifest it walking in between the trees, as the vision gets fuzzy again and fades.
I will just kind of smile to myself and continue my meditation for the rest of the waking time that I have.
Okay. So as all of you enjoy your unintentional Thanksgiving, No events happen throughout your watches. It's a peaceful night. A nice, very chilly night, but it is a nice night as you all awake and go back on your travels. As you, for about 3 or 4 more days now, you are traveling forward with no interruptions on the main road and no danger that you have found. At this point, you're getting very close to the mountain range itself. As you travel more and more near to it, the ground starts to become more sparse of grass, and the ground becomes more collected patches of mud and moss. The air is growing colder and colder as the days go on. A day or two passes more as you are all traveling about late afternoon as you start to see in the distance what seems to be the silhouette of a town. As you approach what you believe to be Murk Meadow Springs, from a distance the village seems to be shrouded in a strange haze or mist. As you get closer and closer, the village seems to be raised on a metaphorical pedestal of small cliffs. The closer you get, probably about a quarter mile out, you start to see a little bit of the architecture of the town itself, as it is a mismatch of different types of architecture styles that encompass the entirety of the town, with 2 large towers that peek out from atop of this mist. As you all are walking up to the gate of Murk Meadow Springs, that is where we're going to take a break for the session. So, yeah, a great Thanksgiving, guys.
Yeah.
And I'm so
I
glad
can't believe
Jeremy pulled
that just happened.
Yeah, I'm so glad Jeremy pulled Nick into you're doing it. But
yeah, that was awesome.
Hey lad, what else are you
That was
thankful
great.
for?
We're festive even when we don't mean to be.
no. But one thing
you, Jen,
before
for
we do
providing.
go to break, I do want to
Hosting.
I really need to make sure I get this name right. Jay, help me out here, but I believe it's Ceresia? Is that right?
I am
Yeah.
not actually
I saw
100%.
that.
I'm gonna go with
Sure.
Ceresia, but either way, subscribed with 3 months in advance. That's awesome.
Dang.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And got one of our founder badges, so I think 4 or 5 of those are out now. Murda, a great friend of ours, followed, and then Twitch Prime sub to get another one of those founder badges, and then
Dang.
3 minutes after that, gifted a sub to Eddie. Thank you so much, Murda. We miss you. Glad you're here. And then our little background goblin subscribed with a tier 2
Hey.
sub to get that
Ooh.
red Arcane Archives logo. Thank you so much, Brandon,
Ho, ho,
Dank,
ho,
Bud
ho,
Baker.
ho.
Everybody in chat, give some love to everyone that subbed. Put those emotes in chat. And just as
Blasted.
always, give a little bit of a heart to Brandon for making sure that the stream always looks well and makes
Is that a heart?
makes us look cooler than we are. Yeah, it's like this, I think.
First
Like
one-
a real heart, maybe.
Right there.
The first one that gets a gold one gets the shirt off of Cthulhu's back.
Oh.
All right.
There
Go to
you
break.
Yeah.
Oh wait, but wait. Is it
Yeah.
pronounced Ceresia? Am I getting that right? Am I even close?
Sierra?
I'll say that. The first person to the Twitch.
But,
we can't give incentives. Never mind.
But we will be back in about 15 minutes. We're going to take a slight break, so make sure you don't go anywhere, and you can catch us back here then, and we can see the adventures of the party inside of Murk Meadow Springs. We'll see you in about 15. Take
Sirikaya!
See you, Reka Aya.
And we're back.
He said 12 parsecs. I said 12
Wait,
pair
there
of
we go.
socks.
Alrighty, and I'm going to move everyone over to Murk Meadow Springs in roll 20.
Oh.
What?
Ooh.
So this is
Got that
the
mysterious
town.
fog.
Yeah. You are
That
all
looks
at.
dope.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty sweet.
Thank you.
Shout out to Incarnate.
Yeah, shout out to Incarnate. Welcome everybody. And by the way, I guess I gotta shout out Jag again for a tier 2 subscription on top of his 6 months of tier 1 subscriptions.
Jag, you're too much.
You're insane, dude.
I want you guys to know
Thank
I have
you.
no idea what this means, but thank you.
What?
Thank you is a thing you say when you
You're
appreciate something.
welcome.
What? Wait.
I'm saying thank you to them. Thank
Oh,
you to
I was like, who are you thanking? Sorry, I'm just. Common isn't your first language, dude.
I mean, just chomp on my
Neither is
Millennium
English,
Falcon.
Millennium fuck 'em. Cookies.
Millennium fuck 'em.
Okay.
Millennials, fuck them.
So, as you, I mean, you're all on the outside of the city. Is there anything you'd like to do before trying to head in?
Well, I'd like to address the group herefore mentioned as Zio's army. And I would like to say we've gotten a warning about just how shifty this town can be. So maybe, especially you, June, since you are carrying probably most of the party's money, maybe we should tuck our coin purses a little bit tighter and hide them away a little bit more.
Not a bad
My older brother
suggestion.
used to tell me that if you put your coin purse near your junk, no one will touch it.
Well, you can also put it into my magical bag. Or you can put it next to your crotch, yes? That's,
Shove it in my boobs.
or you can shove it in your boobs.
Shove all the gold in my boobs.
Here, Ecclesius.
That's a great
can you
idea,
hold on to
June.
this for me?
Mine.
Put it in your bag.
We all stuff.
Evil bitch.
You all
Trailers are
stuff
probably
your
the same
sacks
size.
into various places to not get ransacked.
Now we sound like the girls
I
at
don't
Renaissance
stuff
Fair.
anything because I don't have any gold.
Oh man!
I
All
don't
right.
either. I sound like
No,
nothing.
I will. I'll just kind of like tuck it under some of my layers.
All right. So as you all prepare your persons to get in, as you walk up to the
Put up, mask on, sorry.
Okay. As you walk up to this, is that good there? Yeah. I think I can do this. I can. What? As you walk up to the gate, you're greeted by two gentlemen standing in front of it. Two men in leather armor and patches of old metal plate armor that complete it. As you walk up, one of them has a long pike, and he's kind of leaning on it. And then you have another gentleman next to him who has like a small crate that he's sitting on, and he has like some cards in his hand. He's kind of like shuffling through. As you walk up, they both kind of come to. They're the one that's already standing. He just. You all look new. What's your business?
Oh, no business. We are just maybe staying here for a short while on our way eastward.
Well, and he
We have
turns
no
around.
official business here.
He turns around. There's a mountain there.
We will.
You climbing the mountain?
Yes, we will either climb or go through or around.
Oh, okay. Make a deception check for me.
Gladly.
With your plus 1,000 to every stat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, chop them barred.
It's only +6, but that'll make it a 21.
Yeah.
Maybe plus
I
6.
mean, you might need some warmer clothes, but alright.
But
Well-
it's kind of you to say it.
You all look like you're definitely from out of town, but just so you know, it's 4 gold pieces per person if you're a newcomer.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
I'm about to say, can I join in that?
Sure, you can.
We collectively
give
all
her
just go.
advantage, so June will have.
Yeah, I was about to say, just give her advantage.
All right, first one is
Why is it
14
6 gold?
plus
Does that mean there's carnival here or something?
3, so 17. Oh, and that's even better. 21.
Wow, literally beat
I
it
see
by
into
one.
your soul.
Beat it by one. He rolled a 19 plus 1.
Nice.
So, as he's
Thanks for the
sitting there,
advantage, Cthulhu.
as he's sitting there, he kind of looks over to his friend and gives him like a nod, like, "Oh, we're gonna take them. We're taking for all they got."
I'm gonna telepathically tell Ecclesius, since he was like the person talking to him, and I'm gonna say, "That's a lie. There's no charge to get into the city."
Why don't we be reasonable? We are not going to be staying here for long. Why don't we waive it this one time? And if we come back, maybe we'll pay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had more to say.
You
almost did. We'll play quadruple.
We will pay 100 times. No, this is just nothing but a shakedown.
Persuasion with advantage.
Are we entering Riften?
Advantage. Yeah, that's what else.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Keep your heads down while you're in my city.
Hey, people are getting worried about all that shouting.
That'll be an 18.
18. He's like, he looks over at his buddy. All right, man. Whatever. So stupid fucking.
I won't tell anybody about this. You feel free to.
Yeah,
go to the next
whatever. It's whatever. Just whatever. Doors open. It's stupid.
people. And I will walk open the doors. Or walk.
No, he said the doors
Yes.
are open. But Ecclesius goes
Oh.
Is
as he walks.
I push them. I just go.
Okay.
thank you for moving
I'll
them out
walk.
of our way.
And then I.
Oh, Jesus.
So as you all enter in, you can see from the immediately in your vision, you see a large, seems to be crater in the ground with steam pouring out of it. Like I said, a mishmash of different building and architecture styles. But yeah, what would you all like to do?
What does it smell like here?
It is incredibly humid, and it smells kind of like damp grass. Like freshly cut damp grass.
I hate it already.
Do
That's not so
we get a
bad.
hint of sulfur at all?
Make a perception check on that one.
Okay.
Well, I, for
I'm
one,
going to be looking for an inn of some type,
Um,
or a tavern.
Zio's nose broke.
You rolled a 1.
hold on, it's
No,
coming.
Theo broke his
That's a
nose.
7, but
As Ecclesius is walking in, he actually opens the doors, and one of them's like a saloon door, and it whips back and hits you in the nose. I'm just
yeah, I've never seen
no, I'm just kidding. You get very faint hints. It's hard to pick out. It's not the dominant scent.
You
Faint
gotta save
hints
the
of sulfur.
smelling for Sam.
Just a hint of sulfur.
Sam's gone.
Well, now
I'll
that we
be-
are here and with Cthulhu, we should find an inn or a tavern of some sort.
Alrighty. So as you guys walk up to this crater, you see that there's actually water in the center of it. It is haphazardly fenced off, but the fence is dilapidated and not been repaired. As you look around, you see you see people that are similarly fitted to the guys up front, but it's all different. There's not a uniform color. There's not a uniform patch or signal or coat of arms on them, but they're walking around. No one seems to be paying you any mind. The town is actually fairly busy. You see many people, especially in this area. It is a market area, so you see many people going in and out. And this place, for some reason, looks impoverished, but it's not. Like, it's a weird feeling to look around and be like, there's not much wealth here, but then look at all the people and be like, but there's a lot of wealth here.
They just don't take care of their property.
They
Yeah,
have holes in
exactly.
their shoes and they drive Ferraris.
And you see on the far end, near the large oak tree, a L-shaped 3-story inn. On the front, it has a sign, and the signal or the picture on the front literally just looks like a log that's broken in half.
I wonder if this place is called the Broken Log.
Before we kind of move forward, you said that we kind of walked up to that little like crater pond thing. If no one's really paying attention and the fence is not like restricting by any means, I do want to go up to it and just kind of stick a finger in and then kind of like smell it, and depending on how it smells, I might taste it.
I just want to point out. I just want to point out how much of a dog you are. You get into the city, you're like.
I am
But yes,
curious.
we were not even gonna. We're just gonna flow with it.
I'm gonna, yeah. First, I dip a fingy in there.
Okay, so you dip a fingy in there. It is incredibly warm, but this water seems to look. It's very murky.
Okay. Does and then I snip my finger.
You sniff it.
Yeah.
It smells like water.
Okay. And then I'll taste it.
Acid.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Fucking knew it.
Straight ball water.
Well, someone didn't learn.
I'm
from
not
Casino.
drinking it. I'm like inspecting
It's called Murk Meadow.
Constitution.
Yes, as you all
Saving
watch her,
throw.
as you're all standing there looking around at the city,
Please roll that for me.
16.
you look down and June sticks her finger in the water and then licks her finger after smelling it. And you said 16?
Yeah, 14
Alright.
plus 2.
You'll take half. Well, you can't take half of one. You take 1 point of poison damage. As it's
Now I know.
it is, you gag, like you can't even control it. It's gross.
I run up to June. Is that arrow that I gave her like visible on
I
her?
don't know. June, is it?
I would have like where my component pouch kind of hangs off on my belt. I would have actually like hung your arrow next to it.
I would grab it and hold. I then like kind of like turn your shoulder towards the arrow and it'd be like, why did you not do this first before sticking your finger in poop water?
Uridan, I did breathe. I smelled it.
That's not breathe. That is smell.
It's the opposite of breathe.
Isn't breathing water how you die?
Well, at
this
any rate,
place-
Fair.
The blood here.
well, June, at any rate, what did you find? Anything of use?
Yeah, don't touch it. It's gross. And
I could have told you by just looking.
well, you know, never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, but you judge a city by the fucking name of the town.
Springs.
But there's
Murk
also
Meadow
Murk.
Springs.
Murk.
Springs.
Murk is the opportune adjective.
All right, guess I'm an optimist,
Tune.
and I'll just start walking towards the inn,
Okay.
looking for some hot springs, boys.
Before entering the inn, is there? I just want to take note of any buildings that look like they might be thieves guild is the only word that's coming to my mind, but like some sort of, where I think the
Sign.
bureau.
Where's the
If there's anything
headquarters?
that looks like a bureau.
All I'm gonna say is, due to your past, I would think that your best assumption would be a tavern.
Okay, fair enough.
There is no giant billboard with a domino mask and a dagger saying like
Well,
apply here.
Join us now.
Bad guy convention.
You see in the distance in the mist, kind of like when you see a vacancy sign when it's foggy out. You just see a giant domino mask.
Comic book heroes villain
as-
convention.
As Alar starts
in
to
a
like
Marvel movie.
trail off and look around, and I watch June taste butt water, I'm gonna look at Alar and be like, and they call you the monster? Oh boy.
I would have been fine with it. I just drink it normal. That's
Spearmint.
Oh,
Are we
okay, so
going
you're
to enter
both
this
monsters.
building?
Wait, what building are we entering?
Is
This-
it
This L-shaped one?
the
The
broken,
broken
log?
log.
This great tavern.
Is that the name of it?
Or the tipped tree? We'll find out. There's
I
no
point to the
writing.
sign. Could be.
The chopped timber is what I'm making.
I-
on that.
Okay,
well,
can we start taking bets
I was gonna
on
say,
what it
do
actually
we
is
take
called?
bets at what this
What
place is
what it's
called?
called?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes,
I'm gonna. I bet the broken log.
I like
I
chopped
think it's-
timber.
I think it's
June, you
the-
have all our gold. What do you mean? We
Well,
can't
put
really
in some
bet.
of your own.
She has
It's-
all of
I
your
Gold
had,
is
gold.
You
I
have
had
it.
my own before.
I think it might be
You
cool.
have
have-
all of mine.
Are we?
I spend money on spreading happiness and cheer.
You.
All right,
have
fine.
any
I
gold
win.
left.
I keep the gold.
Well,
Okay.
that's a
Fuck
good
it.
way of going. No, and we entered the.
Ecclesius,
I
what
guarantee
did
you
you think
it's
it's called?
I thought it might have been called the leaning tree,
No, I know what
Oh,
it is.
leaning.
I know it. You guys ready for this one?
the broken
Tilted.
boys.
No, it's the tilted timber.
The tilted timber.
I just want to smash cut to my head with like, wow, all these names are way better.
Yeah, that's it. If you haven't named it, you have ones now.
So how much gold is everyone putting down?
I'm
I
gonna-
put in one in Electrum.
Okay, then I
I-
put,
I
then I
put
match
down-
you. I put in 10 gold.
I just want to have
You
note.
matched me. You put in 10 gold. She said it.
I just want to have note that no one other than Ecclesius has seen an Electrum piece before.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, if that's
What do you
if that's the case, then I'll look at it.
put
and be
in?
like, what is that?
Wait.
Is that money?
I don't even
This-
count that as currency.
Do you really not know?
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
I've seen a lot of money before, but I've never seen that.
This.
What is that? A single? Ew.
What's a quarter?
Can you?
This is Electrum. This is a common denomination. Yeah, worth 5 silver or 10
Oh.
gold. June.
Well, no.
Come up your tail.
This is not accepted here. This is how we.
Yeah, I'll
this
take
is how
that.
we, this is
I
how
mean,
we
that's
trade.
fine, but I'm only gonna put in like
Put in
5
sil-
silver then.
Yeah, that is the. Yeah, no, that's.
All right. Then yeah, I put in 5 silver.
Did you
Wait.
really not seen the Electrum before? This is
No.
really weird for me.
Ecclesius, look at
Where
this
did you
card
get
really
it?
quick.
Oh, actually, now that I'm remembering, this is currency for my assembly. This is how you would purchase magical weapons, and I think I have some silver. I'll do that instead.
No, I want your fancy money now.
I drop it into my
Zio's
bag.
like, I've never
of
seen this.
holding.
Hey June, how much gold do we get as a party from the selling of those beasts?
Do you have any silver, Uridan?
Nope.
No.
I literally have nothing.
Well, then forgive this way of playing a game, and I will walk in this.
I've already been. I was about to say. I
All right, so
Then okay, just
weed.
for fun. Except Zio gets that Electrum if you're
We
wrong.
almost had him. We almost had him out.
Yep.
all right, so
Yep.
as you all walk in, as you're walking in, you literally see somebody get suplexed onto a table. And the table like breaks in half, and a cup flies like right next to the door and like smashes right next to Cthulhu's face. As there is jaunty music in the back playing, you see people up on the balcony. There's like one guy that's like being like people are like dangling him off the edge, like holding him by his legs. There's another one where the guy is sitting on the lower floor, like with his head back like this. And there's 2 women on the top pouring like alcohol down, and it's just like raining on his face. There's
Wait,
gambling
what's
going
that?
off on the side.
As soon as I walk in and see somebody get suplexed, I'm just gonna walk in.
That sounded so absurd when someone else said it to me. That sounded so ridiculous when someone else said it to me.
Upon seeing the suplex,
Do you
soon
just
as I-
instantly put hand sanitizer on?
Yeah, Zio. No, Zio's gonna see this and walk in and just be like, "Woo!"
I'm surrounded by poverty again.
Was that a woo like you're scared or you're excited?
No, like excited.
I was gonna say the latter.
Dude, this is some
Yeah.
prime adventuring shit.
Yep.
Yeah. As we walk in, I'll just kind of like look around and I'll be like, even on like a rowdy night, the inn that I was at never got this. Like
I
this.
hope we can take our
Looks
drinks
like a fun
outside.
town.
As you're all just literally standing in the doorway, someone comes from behind you and like pushes you all the way. Get a move on! And he like walks up and he just like trudges and he steps over the suplexed and just walks up into the crowd.
Is there
That's
like a table?
black.
Is there a table for 6?
There are tables.
Is there a table and a piece?
Nothing
there
looks
tables that are
empty
not
and nothing
broken?
looks full.
No, we're waiting for a hostess. we're those
Seated.
people.
Honestly, that's probably something I would do.
Party is
He's like, I
six.
can't sit without them
You
escorting
are
me.
me.
Party is 6.
Well, I will go up to. Why don't you get a table? I will get the host to meet us at the table.
Already? And I go find a
Sounds good.
table.
I'll dance.
Through the party.
I will
Follow
go
to the-
with Cthulhu.
Alrighty, so as everybody but Ecclesius goes to find a table, you guys actually have to pull some together, and they all have like silverware and bowls and liquid spilled on them and cups. Like does not look
Do
like
they
this place
have
to be clean.
forks?
You don't see any sharp objects.
Darn.
I
For
think
reasons.
everyone's
They
already
ban
wielding
them
the
here.
sharp objects.
It's all plastic.
Everyone eats with spoons.
So
Spoon only tavern.
as Ecclesius, as you head up, I want you to actually make a strength check.
So I got a suplex my way to the bar.
Whoa!
You gotta make a strength saving
Swanton
throw. You're
bomb.
about to get suplexed.
Is Swanton bombing my way?
Suplex City.
This is actually the only straight roll that I'll have. 17.
All right, you manage to weasel your way through this group as it's kind of like getting through a mosh pit. As you manage to get yourself up to a bar, as somebody next to you is just like face first, and somebody reaches behind the counter and tries to grab a bottle, and this large figure walks around from the other side as you see a furbolg woman come over with this like basically tongs and stabs into the dude's hand and like leaves the prongs through his hand as he like falls back. And you're that's right. You stay away. And then
That
you
just your
get there.
furball Woman?
Yeah. You guys are
Okay.
large
Okay, clarify.
furbolgs.
Did you get like cartoon hard eyes?
And as
It's a magic moment.
as you stay away, she looks at you. What could I get you?
Greetings, if I can just get 6 of your cheapest ales and 1 sugar water.
What the fuck is a sugar water? You want 7 ales? Got it. That's I don't know. Fuck it. Call it a gold piece. Come on. And she
Yes,
like
yes,
walks
yes,
over.
yes,
She grabs
yes,
some
yes.
glasses, and she goes, "All right, come on," and sets them down.
Yes,
Seriously,
I-
what the? And he looks like, hey, yo, Bit, what's sugar water? And this guy that's like sitting on the edge of the bar is like, you try sugar and water.
I'll slap.
Is that what? Did you want me to put some cubes in water for you?
If you have no, that's all. I appreciate that, but on second thought, no.
Oh,
I will stick to the
okay.
local customs. Here is 2 gold for the 7 ales.
No, I said, whatever. And she takes 2 of them.
I'll grab them, and as I turn back to see the ridiculousness of where I find myself, I'll just say to myself,
So uncivilized.
And now I need you to make a strength check with disadvantage to get back.
Oh my god.
Can I just for flavor, like it's not gonna do anything, but like my tail's gonna unravel and like boop, 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 like above
Yeah.
like
Cup
the
for you.
Yeah.
no, like above like the crowd,
Oh.
Yeah, you can.
like a submarine thing. Disadvantage?
Yeah, just because you're trying to not spill all your drinks.
What'd you get?
Oh, not bad. I rolled an 18 and a 19.
All right. So as you manage to your little stethoscope, what is it? What is it actually called in a submarine?
I think it's
Is it
Telescope.
periscope?
Periscope.
Periscope.
Is your little
Yeah.
periscope?
go, Jay.
Stop copying me, Hans.
Words.
As you actually manage to get through the crowd without spilling a drop. As you get over and almost as if like you were trying to pull yourself out of something sticky, you finally like get out of the crowd. You're like, oh, and you get to the table.
I'll put
As
them
soon
down.
as he comes to the table, I'm gonna start a slow clap. Like,
I'll join.
And then everyone around you, and they all start clapping and clinking glasses together. Not even looking at Ecclesius. Not even looking at Ecclesius, just liking that you guys are clapping for something.
I want to like kind of lean over to Zio as we're continuing the slow cap, and I'm like, not the brightest tools in the shed, are they?
They are not
I
the
would-
brightest tools in the shed. Nor are they the sharpest
Tools in the
minds
bowl.
of the...
Sharpest tools in the shed. You know what I meant.
I think it's
everybody
the,
can cast light on their tools
What
like
is
you.
a shed?
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say, in
think
my world,
you
tools are
mean-
bright.
Well, just to get back to where we were, I would be very, very leery and
You know what I say? They aren't the sporkiest spork in the spork pocket.
You know what? That's better. Mirrodin.
What, you have a spork pocket?
Sporkiest spork in the
No,
spork
the
pocket.
biggest thing is you think there's a thing dedicated to sports
Ecclesius
on your
is-
pants.
Ecclesius is looking at the rest of the group right now like,
right, did the water do something? Did everyone now is?
Yeah, I don't know. I did
I-
taste that water.
But I mean, as if you can't already tell, this is a rowdy bunch. So I would be leery and being offensive.
What if
So
they're
Casino, you fighting
offensive?
first?
Yeah, I've
I-
seen
I
I've seen you
scanned the
guys doing
crowd for any-
similar
Dwarves.
what we did the other day. I think you could use your abilities and make quick work.
Yeah, I
but
actually.
like he did to you?
Totally not my
To give
voice.
you guys a sense of atmosphere, there's just suplexes everywhere. No, when you guys first walk in, when you guys first walk in the you can tell that there is an L-shaped balcony going all along the perimeter, and you see that there's like doors up there, presumably rooms, and like I said, people partying out top, and then that kind of cuts in for the majority, so there's only a small like way that you can see straight up, and then underneath the balcony is where all the tables and stuff are. As you are, for the most part, like right under one of the balconies. Alar, I need you to make a perception check.
Yeah.
Actually, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 13. Oh.
Nice.
All right.
didn't even know.
As you look up, like looking around the room, you see a guy like run over to the rail, and you can tell that he's about to hurl. Make a dexterity check for me.
oh no.
I was about to ask, are there people like jumping off of the balcony?
No, you are seeing that one guy finally gets dropped. The one that was being like dangled by his leg, he finally gets dropped, and he like lands on 3 other people. And then those 3 people like look up, 2 of them run up, and then the one stays down and is just beating the guy up on the ground.
15.
This literally sounds like a metal show that I went to.
It
Yeah,
sounds
I
like,
was
it's
gonna
like
say, I feel like
Ye
I'm
Olde
in a mosh
Nirvana
pit.
playing.
As you see him, by the way, you guys see Alar like kind of jump back, almost hitting somebody else as he backs up, but you just see this spew of some sort of ichor just hit on his seat and on the floor around.
Oh, God.
I think I will stand.
I want to look around to see if maybe there is like a table designated for like arm wrestling.
You know what? No check. It is a
I
thing.
was like, are there multiple?
It's in the back. Well, it's not in the back. You see a couple people just the like I can't even
smell 'em.
I can't even just the biggest biceps and forearms just
You can
I,
smell
The
the
most civilized
testosterone.
people in this entire bar are doing arm wrestling. That's
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Alar and I'm gonna look at Cthulhu and Uridin, and
Oh, I see
which
how
one
it
of
is.
you looks the beef?
And
Theo, you probably have wine. Which one of you?
Cute.
Which one of you looks? Which one
the
of you
only
looks?
wine for
real
15
beefy
miles.
right
Zio's
now.
drinking.
I want
I'm
Cthulhu, Uridin, and Alar to make a performance check.
Sorry, Zio. You
Oh,
got
I am-
baby dick arms.
Oh.
Yeah, you're
I'm
all
looking
horrible.
at-
You're
hang on.
all horrible in this stat. So
Hang on,
I'm
if
looking
it's a performance
at
check to
Zio.
show our strength,
I got
shouldn't
a
I use
+2.
my strength to
no
to enhance it?
charisma.
No?
What are
Okay.
you saying, Uridin?
I'm looking at Zio and I'm thinking he's way stronger than I am. And I'm like, I don't know why you put me in this category, but I'll sure
I'm
try.
scooting my chair back, kicking my feet up on the table, and glaring at June.
14.
Well, I'm gonna look
I-
at Zio and be
before-
like,
before we
okay,
continue
but who
on,
wants to win
Zio.
some money?
Please inform me how you are kicking your feet up with a backless chair.
Yes.
Please fall over.
See, where I come from, all the chairs have backs, so...
So you're used to it.
Kind of like that feeling, like when you're falling asleep and you like jerk awake. That's what happens.
Yep.
All right, Alar, what was your performance?
It was actually I'm gonna re-roll it because that die might be broken. It was rolling like really similar.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, so if no.
Just keep
No.
rolling a natural one. I gotta...
No,
I gotta...
like genuinely, I rolled 13 3 times in a row.
Okay, no,
then-
I'll
so the
allow it.
roll
I'll
was-
allow it. I'll
So
allow
It
it.
was a 14, is what
Okay.
it was the
Okay,
performance.
so what
check.
was the new roll? What was the new roll?
Oh yeah, me too.
I'm not even gonna lie, the new roll was a natural 20, so
You.
no, just give me the 14, give me the 14, and we'll ignore.
I think
we'll
it's
ignore it,
ties though.
sorry.
Anyways, 21.
Uridin, what was yours?
17.
All right, Cthulhu and Alar both look pretty beef boy. They're
Okay.
just they're sitting
got my thumb.
unintentionally. They're
real
sit
pretty beef boy.
unintentionally. They're both sitting there just like.
Sup? You know where the gym is? I'll find
Okay, so I'm gonna look at them, and then do I see Zio just like staring daggers into the side of my head?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then he like whoa.
I'm gonna look at Zio and be like, "What?
Nothing.
Okay." Okay. Then I am going to look at Cthulhu and Alar, all beefy, and say, "I have an idea. If we've got a little bit of time to kill, who wants to make some money?"
Oh, I am so down.
I already got my own money, so
I don't have shit.
All
I
right,
need more
Cthulhu, let's go.
cultists. Let's
But-
go.
But here's the
I
thing.
want to
is-
watch him lose. So
Okay, but no talking. Let me do the talking.
Hey, does
And-
anyone before we go? Did we have any like abilities, like to guide someone?
Yes. No,
into
I
a
got
better...
this. I got
You got it. Okay, cool. All right.
I
Um,
have something that can give me divine energy.
Yeah, let's already talk about how we're gonna cheat in a whole tavern full of
Yeah,
suplex
no, I got
people.
I got it. I got it.
Are you cheating?
This,
Look at
This
this
is
duplex
genuinely-
pub.
Hey,
How you
the
cheat?
episode, the last Airbender episode,
got
where
it.
they were
I
using
feel-
earthbending to cheat
All right,
people.
we are all
I
talking
feel-
over each other.
Yeah, I feel mildly at home in this jaunty tavern, and we're gonna gamble a little bit.
Before you guys go, I'm going to, hearing Cthulhu shout out his plans. You know, in your sparring match, it was very, very visible what you were doing. Maybe don't try that here.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, no,
That's
Cthulhu, I
completely
have,
Sure.
Oh yeah, you don't understand, but it's okay.
I have an
June.
idea.
Yes.
Okay, so
June,
I can make you stronger, like for a minute, while you are arm wrestling, and no one will know.
I mean, I don't really need it, but yeah, sure.
Okay, so
I'm down
I
for more
start.
fun.
I stand up and I motion to Cthulhu to follow me and head over to the arm wrestling table.
June, before you go, I want to. Can I get my share of the gold? I'm gonna go peruse some of the shopping around here.
What
I
would
think
you,
I'm going
how
to go
much?
with
How much
you.
do you want?
I mean, personally, I am going to go look for potions that make us feel better. I don't know how much
Like
they
health
cost here.
potions?
Oh,
We
those
should
are
wait
the
to do
ones.
that until we're all together. Maybe we can get a bargain price.
Well, I'll do it now, and then, or maybe Ecclesius, if you aren't busy, you want to come too.
I would be
Don't
happy
think
to
we have
join you.
enough for those.
Okay,
I will be
well,
very
so we
happy
will
to
go.
not be here.
Aylar, nothing against you wanting to come with us, but maybe you should stay here as like a backup. You know, like bodyguard to the.
All right.
Do I make sense?
The drunk.
It makes sense.
He's the DD.
I'll be the designated sober.
Hey, I'm not drunk.
The DF.
The D&D DD.
All right, so as
I've just got a plan.
Ecclesius, Alar go to shop.
No, Erden.
Uridan, sorry.
So Erden, Zio, and Ecclesius.
Alrighty.
I'm not going.
So Erden and Ecclesius.
Zeus-
Erden and
Oh,
Ecclesius.
Theo's spot.
Erden and Ecclesius.
Okay.
As you
How
guys
much
go out
gold
to shop.
did June give me?
I'll give you 50.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, Cthulhu, make a Constitution saving throw.
In the middle of a rowdy bar, just handing him 50 gold.
Super
14.
stealth under
Okay.
the table.
Very well. Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Me?
No.
I was supposed to say we don't.
50 stealth
The
check.
person counting out 50 individual coins out of her coin purse.
5.
Shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that.
Damn it, we're getting suplexed.
Easy, Hagrid.
You're the one that told me to give you gold.
Okay.
If anybody
you guys
comes
head
up
out?
and tries to try anything with June, I'll deck them.
So you guys head out?
Yeah, telepathically before Erden goes, I go, keep that safe.
It's
Alright.
safe in my titty.
I put it in my bra.
Alrighty, so you all head out of the tavern. June, what is your plan as you and Cthulhu and Alar? If you sit in another seat, so you don't have to stand, you can. As Alar and Zio are left at the table, June and
No,
Cthulhu.
I'm gonna stay standing.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
stay standing.
Very well. Very well. So, what are you doing?
As we walk over, I want to tell Cthulhu, I'm like, look like angry and like beefy like you were like a few minutes ago. And as we walk up to the table,
Performance check.
18.
You guys, you
Okay.
need to do it the opposite.
And I'm like sitting there like this, and then straight face with my shield, and then like I kind of roll up my armor a little bit more to show off
You
like more.
roll
tattoo.
up your armor.
No, like,
I roll up my armor.
Roll
like
up
the
some
Hulk
chain.
Hogan, but it's all plate armor.
Okay, fuck
That
you
really
guys.
show off my strength by ruining my armor.
Literally. Yeah, exactly.
So you roll up
Everyone here.
your what is it, half plate? Or
Chainmail.
you roll up your chainmail.
No, it's fine. Fuck you guys.
All the armor.
Just
Actually,
picking
to be
on you.
fair,
it's okay, it's
all
fine.
the
Fuck you
armor-
guys.
So you roll up your
Okay.
chainmail to show your muscles. What else were you doing?
And just more pronounced, more straight faced.
Okay. All
You
right.
do the thing where you cross your arm and you like put your
Yeah.
fist under the bicep.
So as you see June, there's a
Yeah.
dwarven man and a human. As the dwarven man is winning, as the human picks up a bottle and hits the dwarf in the side of the head, and it shatters. As the dwarf almost loses, but then like bashes the human's arm down and like slams into the table as the guy stands up, and you get this tense moment where the dwarf stands up and you think he's about to like actually beat him up for hitting him with a bottle, and he just and just picks up a drink and starts chugging it.
I want to walk up to the dwarf and say, nice match there. You got enough in you for another one? I'll take that as a yes. And I'll kind of point to his seat to sit down. And
And he points at you.
he's pointing at me?
Yeah, he's pointing at you. You're the one talking to him.
Okay. Well, does he sit down?
He points at you and goes.
This guy's gonna suplex you by the end of the night.
I will fuck him up if he tries.
The most common word used in this episode of the Arcane Archive. Suplex. Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be
I'm-
chapter
I'm-
10, Suplex City.
Suplex.
I was
Suplex
gonna
City.
say the exact same thing. Yeah, Suplex City, episode 10.
Oh god.
Alright.
So I and I go, oh no, not little me.
Grabs his beard, he wipes off his face.
And I'll kind of pull up Cthulhu behind me, and I'll be like, this guy. Yeah, I know. I know.
Oh, very.
And
You're not all there, are you?
and then yeah, I'll kind of point to his seat, and I'll be like, and then I'll put down
This guy's been drinking that stink water.
he drank the stank water. I'll put down like a gold.
Okay.
And at this point, I close my eyes and say, "May Fortis be with me." And then I have a little band. One of the tattoos is on my ring finger, my left arm, and a little band glows around me. And I cast Channel Divinity, Percialus of an Athlete, and I have advantage on athletics, acrobatics.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Oh, I have to
Uh-oh.
chainmail, right?
Yep.
Oh no.
Even though it's
That's
rolled
not
up.
Horrible. 10.
Okay.
Pull up my-
Very well. And and he sits down and he puts a bag on the table. It sounds like there's metal in it. And he puts his arm up.
I go to look in the bag.
And he puts his hand down. Like
How
the
much?
only thing that he knows is that his money is right there. And he puts his arm.
I go, fine.
His money is nails.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually slams his hand down. You see a bunch of spikes out of his hand.
Cade,
Is he right?
what did that give you advantage on?
Athletics and acrobatics checks.
Okay. I am going to use adjust density right before you start the math.
Is
So
that
do you sit
verbal
down?
somatic material?
It just says as an action. You can
But
magically
the
alter the weight.
spell, right?
Nope, it's a
Okay,
It's
then
an
we'll say
ability.
it's somatic because it's
Okay.
not a telepathic thing.
yeah, I was gonna say it would be it would be
I
up
know.
to you.
So what are you doing with it?
Do you sit down, Cthulhu?
Yeah, I sit down. I've already sat down.
Okay. And then I'll kind of be on the table and I'll slap the table and I feel kind of like at home here. And I go 3, 2, 1, go. And
Okay.
on go I use adjust density. And I double Cthulhu's weight. And he has advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Okay, make a stealth check.
He's like, all right, you guys just casted a bunch of spells, huh?
15.
Nice.
Okay. So, and you're lucky that she cast that too, because you guys are both going to do a strength check. So, as and he tries to move your arm, make a strength check.
With advantage. Wow, I really like that. That's going to be a 22. 18 plus 4. First one was a natural 1.
All right, so as you and you just take his hand and wham right on the table. He rolled a 1.
Oh shit!
Just wow! And when you do that, he also like his whole weight was in his arm, and he just it flips out of the chair and rolls onto the ground, and it's just passed out.
What would it if they both roll 1? Would you have called that a draw, or would you have you gone to the monitor?
Yeah, they both would have hurt their forearm and had to stop.
Broken arms.
Alrighty, so
Now,
and he's passed out, like out.
I look inside and look at the whatever came back.
You see about 6 silver pieces and about 15 gold pieces.
I'll take it.
Okay.
And I'll put it. Yeah, and I'll put it. In,
Very well.
Okay. How much?
So
how much
as
is
you're
it?
taking it,
50 gold, 6 silver.
so you hear over your shoulder, Cthulhu, you hear, "I saw you cheat."
Who may you be?
as you turn around, and there is a gentleman in a blackened leather armor, and he has a green kind of like not a cape, but like a robe over top of that. It's very thin. And then he looks at the gold piece that you put down and the bag of money that you're taking. He goes, "That's not fair, is it?" And he's like, "How about I hop in for a round?"
Hey, once again,
Do
here-
I see this guy?
And
Yeah.
how you say
Bar?
And he asks you, "How about I hop in for a round?"
Yeah, no, sure, but how could you say I cheated?
He's like, "Let's just say I can see things too." And he walks over and he sits down. He looks over and he's like,
I'm going
Yeah, what are me
to
and
tap
Zio
on
doing?
Alar's shoulder and say,
Okay.
"Come on," and walk up to the table.
Okay.
Just a little bit back, so we're not like right at the table. Just watching.
They're getting in trouble again, aren't they?
They might be.
and he, I have to wait.
What's the stature of this man?
Oh, medium build, probably about 5'11", 6 foot.
I would like to look for a tattoo. Is this like green like cape thing he's got on similar to what we wore?
That's what I was
It
thinking.
is similar to
Yeah.
Lenin's as well as the ones you wore, yes.
Yeah. Can I look for a bureau tattoo on him?
Of course you can. As
Can I
you
join
roll a
in that?
perception investigation check, yes, you can Zio with disadvantage because you're distant.
I rolled a nat one.
All right, you do not
I
find
see
one.
nothing.
I rolled in that one too.
Oh man,
Sick.
you guys are part of the bureau. So as he sits down, he
Mission
goes,
complete.
"All right," and he pulls out a small pouch and he pulls out a platinum piece and he sets it down. Then he takes the bag and he puts it back in his cloak somewhere and he goes, "All right, how about this? We'll say my platinum for the bag of money you're stealing."
It's not stealing if you win
It's
it.
not stealing. I want it.
And he looks at the gold piece sitting on the table. "All right,
Oh,
then the platinum for the bag that you won."
How about we'll do equal 10 for 10. 1 platinum for 10 gold.
Oh, well, thanks for telling me there's more. All right, so I'll just put 5 gold on. How much is in there? I'll just match it.
I'll just take 5 gold out of the pouch and put 5 gold down.
Very well. 15 for 15. And he looks at both of you, and he goes, "And no funny business this time." And he gives you a wink. And Cthulhu, make a perception check. Everyone gets in that one.
9.
9. Alrighty. You see as he blinks, you see his bluish eyes. As you see that, you see a little bit of in his left eye. There's a little bit like of a gold sparkle that seems to emanate from the center of his iris.
He must be special.
And then he goes, "Still feeling confident?"
Oh yeah, 100%.
All right.
I'll count them down, and on 3 on go, I'm gonna make him heavier again.
Very well. As you do that, roll strength check.
Me?
Yep.
Oh, fuck! 24, nat 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, as you go to push, his arm almost goes all the way, and he looks up at you, June, and he goes, "Well, we are in a town full of cheaters, aren't we?" Cthulhu, I need you to make a con save. Actually, sorry, yeah, con save.
11?
All right. And a perception check for me.
Oh, that's a lot. 17.
All right. As you say that, you feel a small prick in your palm. Both you make a strength save. Or a strength check.
Both of us?
No, like Cthulhu
Oh, okay.
and the dude.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm not.
Dude, I'm really loving your advantage. 20.
Yeah, I was confused.
20. All right.
Wait, 21.
At this point, he gets you back to center as you guys are both locked there. And Cthulhu, your eyes start to like become hazy, almost as if you are like, it's the similar effect to like if, you know, when you're starting to get buzzed and things are starting to get a little hazy. I'm not saying you're drunk, I'm just describing it that way. Make another strength check.
Can I do an Arcana check too?
On
him, the guy.
Well, Arcana check's not like detect magic, so what are you trying to detect?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Like Arcana check is like you're investigating a thing to see if it's magical.
I'll still do it. I'm trying to see if he has anything like magical on him.
21 again.
Or would that be more detect magic too?
It can be Arcana
is he,
if you swing it,
to the
but
weave, kind of. Like, does he have arcane abilities?
sure, make the check. And Cade, weight your dice after this session.
I'm using the metal ones right now. I switched off the blue one and I'm starting to use the metal ones.
He's just hot.
Stupid. I know.
I got 24.
And he's rolling good.
So as you're looking, you notice that as you're realizing everybody is connected to the weave in one way or another. But you do not see any magical item that he is using.
June has a new perspective on everybody's life. And
so you push him a little farther as you start to feel that weariness again. Make a strength check. It would be with disadvantage because the advantage is a straight roll. Ooh, natty 20.
Yeah, that's not a natty 20. That's going to be a 12.
Alrighty. So as he gets you back to mid and he puts you a little closer to you going down, make again. Going to be a disadvantage straight roll. As that weariness really starts to come in. As Zio, because you were looking so intently into him, even though you didn't notice the thing, and June, you start to notice that Cthulhu is like looking like he just drank Dragonborn mead.
I want to hold like an action. Like if he gets to a point where he looks like he's gonna pass out, I want to pop that like antitoxin in him.
Okay. 22.
22.
Alright, you don't move. Strength check. Again, just straight roll for you. 24.
Oh. Damn it. I think you got me. 22.
How are you rolling so high all the time, every time?
Well, I have a +4, and yeah.
As he pushes you to almost losing, make one last check as this weariness is really hitting you.
Do it. Lean into
19.
it.
I don't believe you.
You got
I don't
another
believe
nat
you.
20?
I swear to God.
I don't believe you.
I could show it.
Alrighty. So as you're feeling this weariness, you manage to bring his arm back and you slam his arm on the table as you pass out.
I'll take it. One for one.
And as you're laying there, like face down, and he looks up at you. Well, the bet's a bet. And he puts the money down. And he taps you on the head and he goes, have fun with that one. And he gets up and walks away.
And I'll go to not like aggressively, but to like kind of like grab his arm as he goes away.
You're gonna grab the dude's arm?
Yeah. Just like a gentle lady.
Like
like a
gentle lady as I quickly grab his arm.
Who's the gentle lady, him or you?
Make a dexterity check.
Since Alar and I are so close, if he tries to like swing on June, can I respond with my reaction?
If you tell me what your held action is right now, but it will take an effect after all this since you're asking
12.
it now, just because all this is happening once. That's what you had to hit. So yeah, you quickly grab his wrist as he looks back at you, and this like smirk that he's had the whole time is gone, and you just see this death stare he gives you. Unhand me.
I'll like let him go, and I'll be like,
As he
just trying
pulls his hand away.
trying to get your attention.
What?
What did you do to him?
Nothing. Seems he
That's
can't.
a lie.
Seems he can't handle the Murk Meadow Ale.
He didn't even drink that much. It happened while you guys, like, I watched him. What did you do to him?
I have no idea what you're talking about. As he goes to step away, enjoy the town.
Sure.
He would probably hear me go over to Cthulhu and be like, Cthulhu, why do you keep on drinking too much?
And if I hear Alar saying that, I'll go up and I'll be like,
Dragonborn meat again? Jesus.
The other guy
Maybe not
did something
Jesus.
to him.
I'm going to keep
Yeah,
my eye on
is that
him
what
as
Cthulhu
he's
told
leaving.
you?
Okay. He makes his way out the front door.
Can I go step out the front door as well?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you give
I'm
him the
gonna walk out and
antitoxin?
Take a look.
June?
Yeah, I do.
No, June,
What?
do you give him the antitoxin?
Can I do like a check on him to see if this is like a spell or if he actually is like poisoned or intoxicated?
Make a
I don't know
medicine check.
I wouldn't say whatever check you think that would be. 7.
Can't tell. To the best of your knowledge, it looks like he's hungover. Again, it looks like, other than the blood and the dying, like the death part, it looks like he just downed a thing of Dragonborn mead.
Okay, and then
I look at June and I'm like, did he drink from the spring as well? Did he try that as well?
no, he didn't.
You didn't eat that fish, did you?
We had a plan, and he won, and I'll like, kind of, I won't hold it up and flaunt it, but the gold that we won, I'll put in, like a pouch, and I'll kind of just like jingle the pouch at Alar, and be like, he did good, but that guy,
Yeah.
he did something to Cthulhu while they were like he cheated.
Listen, now, did he win like when we were fighting anyone, or did he win fair and square?
Yeah.
So I think that's what he meant.
Yeah.
I don't know what Cthulhu did, but whatever I did went unseen, and we won.
The first time round,
Roll credits.
We win the game. I will. I'll ask Alar. Do you think I should give him the antitoxin? Like he didn't actually drink that much. Whatever that guy did to him made him like this.
Just gonna infer this, but because of every other time he's drank, I'm assuming he slammed his entire tankard.
Me?
But it wasn't
Yes.
Dragonborn mean, right?
Right, but he did slam a tankard.
I mean, so we've been drinking the ale as well. None of us have any problems. Unless if he's lightweight, which he doesn't really look like it, not gonna lie. I think just let him ice water or something.
Is this a disease technically,
Is he?
or no?
Is he? Did you say something about him bleeding or something?
No, aside he like Anthony said, aside from the bleeding from the Dragonborn mead, like
Oh.
Cthulhu looks
okay,
super
okay.
hungover. So I'll say, okay, if that's the plan, then you take him back to our table, and I'll go up to the counter and I'll get him some water.
All right, I'll sit him down. Yeah, I'll figure this out. So yeah, I do that.
And then I
you
head
sit
up
him
to
in the
the
puke chair.
I head up to the counter.
I'll do as June says. I'll drag Cthulhu over to the table, and I'll sit him in a chair if he's not able to sit up. Well, I guess there's no backs on the chairs, right? So I kind of do the like the crossed arms, head down. I don't know if you do
Okay.
that. Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
So, as we leave you guys cheating to win everything, we'll go to Zio. just very quickly. As you see him, he walks through the city, seems to take a right out of the tavern, takes a right again, walks deeper into the city. How far are you following this guy? Or?
I would take like, just looking at the map on roll 20 here. I'm guessing this is the tavern.
Yep, and he would be right here right now.
Yeah, I would have gone to like this intersection and stopped and just kind of watch him, see how far I can watch him.
I mean, he goes over here, and you lose him. So.
Okay. I would come back and join the rest of the party.
Okay. Ecclesius and Uradin.
I hope they are faring well in that rambunctious tavern.
If I had to really think about it, I feel like the entire bar is now suplexing them.
Suplex City.
I never heard this term suplex. That's one of the maneuvers that we saw on the small boy that was.
Yes, that small child that was doing the suplex. That is what it is.
I was thinking that he was being suplexed, but him suplexing is funnier.
His elder, yes.
So, you wanted to buy potions.
I don't really think this town's gonna have much for supplies, but I definitely want to try.
What do we ask a local? Can we see any locals?
The only local that doesn't look like he'll immediately stab you, or he or she will stab you, is probably one of the haphazard guards.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Is there any sort of assembled like authoritative?
They're around. They don't
People.
seem to give a shit.
Like, are they all like uniform and matching, or is it just like
No,
some dudes
they're
that
all
are bigger than everyone
haphazard.
else?
The only thing that's matching is they all look equally strung together.
Volunteer neighborhood watch.
Maybe we should just walk around the streets and see if we find a sign. There's most of the people here that don't look like they want to be bothered.
Yeah, I agree. Looking back at that tavern, did it have like words on the sign, or it was just a symbol, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just a picture.
Oh,
I've
so
still never
what
found
you
out
guys
what it is.
remember on the inside is the center support beam for the building is cracked in half.
And
You never asked what the name of it was, so.
Okay.
But
Hey,
that's where the
okay,
symbol.
then.
That's where the symbol came from. I forgot to describe that. I'm sorry.
Hey Urden, now that I'm actually thinking about the sign,
Sorry.
do you remember when we walked in and then the main thing that holds the building is completely broken, and all of our friends are
Oh.
inside.
So is that place called like Less Splinters?
It's probably called we don't know how it stands, but that doesn't roll off the tongue as well. But
Or when you walk in, when they say "good luck," that's what it means.
it's like
Because-
Yosemite. Any minute it can go.
But let's keep our eye out for some sort of sign. Yeah.
Wait. Yellowstone or Yosemite?
Okay.
Yes.
Both.
Yosemite.
Yeah, I would keep
Okay.
my eye out for some sort of sign, or maybe even keep my eye out for something that looks like, if it's like a kiosk or whatnot. I have never been here, so.
I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for shitty individuals trailing us.
Okay. Both you perception check.
Everyone.
Well, actually, Ecclesius, you won't need to. As you walk by, you notice there are some places selling some food. It doesn't look very great, and the potatoes are very, very dark brown.
Potatoes.
You
Oil and
also
mash.
find walking around, you find somebody that's selling very crude knit clothing.
So you're telling me that somewhere around there would be a bowl of yarn?
Oh my god. Never mind, there's no
Yeah.
yarn. There's no knitting. No. Yeah.
yeah.
You get there are some shops you can tell walking around, just by like kind of window shot. It's hard to tell, but you can see that they're set up to be shops if you want to go in and explore some of them.
What about this one? You want to try this one? Has any piqued your interest, Urin?
What? I have not been looking at buildings. I'm
what?
very paranoid right now.
Yeah, what was your perception?
19.
Oh, you would notice. Standing just outside the door to the tavern, you see somebody leaning up against the wall that's very blatantly staring at you both.
I want to say that in my paranoid, this gentleman has been watching us.
Has he been following us, or?
Mostly just with his eyes.
Well,
But-
we can duck into one of these shops and maybe lose him.
Yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's see what we can find in here.
Yeah, let's try this one.
And we'll go to the first one that kind of piques our interest. That looks like a shop, and
Okay.
yeah,
As-
try it out.
As you head in, you see a behind the counter with scraggly white hair and thick glasses, a gnomish man, and he's hello.
Greetings.
As you can see, like a little bit of drool comes out. He's like, what can I do for you?
Do you need a napkin?
I was just thinking the same thing.
What? What do you need?
What do you sell here? Fine gnome?
As you look around, there's all these really small brass animals that seem to have like different like contraptions on them.
Just a library for ants?
Huh? Buy something or get out.
What do these sophisticated trinkets do? Really?
They different things. They do stuff and whiz pops and booms and they flip and flap and.
I just want to say that Ecclesius, upon like holding the door open for Urden to go first, never really fully shut the door, and like he's slowly kind of creaking it open again.
And I'm like backpedaling.
Come on! You want one? You want one? 2 silver, 1 copper. Come on!
Come on.
Oh, Jeremy really wants to see this guy's like whole deal, but like Ecclesius
What's
is
your
almost
story?
I don't see anything we need here, and you are crazy.
Come on!
No.
I'll give you a deal. 3 for the price of 2.
Your countertops are more wet than the bar that we just left. We need to go.
Come on! As you shut the door, please.
Oh,
I got 5 kids.
As you guys leave.
I'll address Urden.
I don't know. Do you think we should give him a shot?
That
Where are
sounded
those
like
things?
there was a child's store, and that was not what we were looking for.
Children go in there for trinkets. Well, maybe the next one will be a little bit more fortunate.
You just want to go to like the next building, or you want to like look for a sign that was like the best one?
They haven't seen any signs.
We haven't seen any signs, right? They're just like
But you do notice one that's kind of like the chain is broken off, so it's like hanging at an angle. It looks like to have a bottle on the front.
How about that one?
Let's go for it.
I want that one.
As we jaunt our way there, can I look back and see if we're still being trailed?
Sure. Go ahead. Just so you know, if you're in
perception
roll
again?
20, you guys are at this building right here.
oh, okay, cool.
What was your check?
Balls. Perception?
Yeah.
4.
Oof.
The mist at this point is too shrouded around the area. It's hard to tell. But the building that you see that has a potion, well, a potion bottle on it would be this one right here.
Yeah, that'll make the. That seems like that'll be a better way to find what we need. Let's try that.
Maybe
one.
we should. Let's pick up our pace a little bit. I lost the trail on our tail.
Oh, well, Unlucky for me, I always have the tail. That's a joke about my my species. But yeah, we will go to the.
I don't
shop.
know how to. I don't know how to react to that.
There's silence is mostly what I receive.
But
Okay,
I can't ask if he has, likes dogs. But all right.
You're not there.
It's
all right.
our word.
So as you open up the door, there's a very sulfur-esque smell peering out of this building. As you walk in, you see that there is crude but functionable shelving that has different ingredients on it. You can see herbs and just odd things. You see weird contraptions in jars. You also hear like a brewing and a bubbling in the back. Yeah, that.
Who's stirring spaghetti?
Sorry, I do that when I smell sulfur. it's reactionary. My tongue goes crazy when I smell sulfur.
I know it's pungent. I get it.
But yeah, I'll walk up to the where I assume there's a counter. I don't think there's like a cash register or something like that.
No, there is a counter though. And to the back left, you see a like a sheet that is shrouded over a doorway.
Hello, is there anyone here?
You hear in the back, "If you're here to rob me, you'll regret it. Just leave now. You'll keep your skin."
Well, I think I speak on behalf of both of us that there's no robbing. We have gold to. We're not robbing you.
You have gold, huh?
The only thing we are planning to steal is your heart.
What?
We're going to steal your affection.
I don't affect anything.
Well, in that case, let's speed things up. We are here to purchase things with money.
Fine. And then you hear him go, "Boy!" And you hear in the distance, you can't really make out what he says. "Go help the fucking guys out front. I swear." And you hear like a slap happen. Okay. And you see a, not a, like, young in the terms of a human, but a younger elvish man walk out. He's kind of like hunched over, like nervous. And as he walks up to all of you, he goes, how can I help all of you? Do you want potions?
Yes,
Yeah,
I believe. Yeah.
Potion, the healing kind, please.
Okay. Let me. How many did you healing ones? How many did you need?
Oh, I thought you said human.
Well,
I was like,
what is the cost of them?
Just want to make sure. That's what I wrote here.
we might only be able to procure one. If I remember.
It'd be 50 gold pieces for one.
If we go for the bulk, 2 or 3, is there any point discount?
No,
or
I
maybe...
can't. I can't give a discount. I mean, the only way I can give a discount is and you hear in the back, "Spit it out, kid." He's like, you can try a potion, and I'll take your name down, and you can get an extra one for free then.
Is he short?
Yes.
Is he like a child?
He's not short as in a child. He is just short.
No, like yeah. I mean, I'm just under 6 foot. How tall is he?
If he was standing up, he'd probably be about 5'8", but he's hunched over, so he's about 5'5".
Oh, could I want to drop tuck a knee. Is he like standing in front of us, or is he behind the?
No, he's
partition?
behind the counter.
Oh, okay. Can I lean into him?
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay? Are you?
And I'll try to keep my voice down.
Are you in danger? You don't
No,
seem.
no, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just saving up a little money so I can, open my own shop one day, far away from here. But anyway, and he goes under and he pulls out like a thick leather binder and he sets it down, and he opens it up. Okay. Do you want one then?
I'll look back towards
Who's,
Urden.
Who's the one yelling at you?
That-
Who's back there?
No, keep your voice down.
No.
That's
It's
the owner. He's the one teaching me how to make all these.
Does he look like he's been? Like, we heard that like kind of thud earlier. Does he look he's been like beat
You don't
up?
you don't
or
see any
is he
bruises
just
or
kind of
anything like that, or any marks on his face or
Okay.
his arms or anything. No.
Well, I think that 50 gold pieces for one small healing potion is a fine price, but you said that if we were to try a recipe, we would get one for free.
Yes. You just had to write your name down here, and then we'll note the effect, and then you get another for free.
Urden,
What if-
did you want to
Wait,
do
do we have to use this like now, or do we have to wait
Yeah.
until we?
No, you'd have to drink it now, and then I note what happens to you. And this is also just saying that we're not liable if among the long list of things you die.
Well, Urden, if I don't mean to step over my bounds, but I've been around elixir and potion making, so if I can help, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. What is your name? I am Ecclesius.
He looks around. He looks at my name's Trixel.
Trixel, very nice to meet you. I will speak on my own behalf. I will try one of your potions, and I'll write my full name in the book.
Oh, that's a long name.
There are lots of
Before he
letters.
turns the book, can I see if there's the effects are written next to other people's names?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Good idea. I just stared right at his eyes while I wrote my name.
Okay.
11.
11. You only catch one of them before he flips it over, and it has a name that is not. It's a first and last name that's pretty long, so you don't catch the name, but you do catch the effect, and it says spontaneous combustion.
Incineration. Think furnace with wings.
I'll look at Ecclesius and I'll say, you have heard of spontaneous combustion?
I have never met him.
No, he's not a man. It is what happens when much.
Sorry, I like that one.
Never met him.
It is when you explode randomly. Or no, you would. Is it explode or is it?
You
catch fire.
You catch fire.
fire.
Ignite.
Combust,
Yes.
not explode.
You.
Well,
Spontaneous
will-
explosions.
I trust that you, if this is my unfortunate demise, or this is fortune that does not favor me, I would hope that you, the Siri pops up on my phone, I would hope that you would quickly put me out, but in order to progress the knowledge of the arcane and potions, there has to be people like me.
I just want to put this in perspective that I will purchase one potion and get possibly one free, but I will have to use that free one to put you out of fire.
That will be amazing content.
Alrighty.
Well, no, Urden, I am not without these reservations. I simply want to help. If you think I shouldn't, I value your opinion.
Just before he does the pharmaceutical trials, I'll look at the
Test
lad
vaccine.
behind the yeah, right. I'll look behind the counter and be like, what? So I did peek that spontaneous combustion was one of the side effects. Is there anything other drastic that we have to worry about?
I mean, on the short list, like I said, death, but that's only about a percentage. And he pulls out a bag. Just reach your hand in and pull out what you find.
Wait, you don't even give him like an option of like this one might do something good, or this other one.
The bag knows.
Well, as my
Oh,
people
boy.
say, when in Rome, which is a town really far east.
Roll a d20 as
Those
you
are
stick your hand
mountain.
in the bag.
Have faith, Urdin.
Does my hand come out? It's just like a bone. 2.
Trixel, can I make a deal with you? If this one has a very painful adverse effect, can I potentially encourage you to throw in 1 extra free potion, so 2 altogether?
You already signed, but maybe.
Can I persuade you?
Maybe. All right. So what you see is a bottle that has a eyeball bobbing in it with a yellowish liquid.
Good.
And then when you pop the top of it, the eyeball disappears. Bottoms up.
Bottoms up.
You didn't see that coming, did you?
As you drink the whole thing down, you
No, just a
gain
sip, just
the
a sip.
effect of the clairvoyance spell. You create an invisible sensor within range and location familiar to you, the place you visited or seen before, or an obvious location that is unfamiliar to you, such as behind a door, around a corner, or in a grove of trees. The sensor remains in place for the duration, which is concentration up to 10 minutes. It can't be attacked or otherwise interacted with. When you cast the spell, you choose seeing or hearing. You can choose the sense through the sensor as if it were in its space. As your action, you can switch between seeing and hearing. A creature that can see the sensor sees a luminous, intangible orb about the size of your fist.
Oh.
So,
And
as you drink it, choose a spot that you are familiar with or unfamiliar with. So, like
so
a
it's
spot for you.
everything.
You could, yeah. Well, I'm saying unfamiliar, like, example, you could be, like, behind that curtain because you haven't been there. Or you could be, like, in the tavern. You're familiar with it. Range is a mile.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe how I know all of these feelings, but I want to see what's happening in the tavern.
So as you think this, so as you drink it, you in the tavern, do you want to see or do you want to hear?
I feel like hearing would just be like just rip ears. Yeah.
Hot mess.
Suplex you.
Suplex you, bitch.
Suplex you.
Yeah, I want to I want to see.
Okay. As you peer in and you see June snatch the arm of somebody standing at the table as he quickly whips his hand away. You can choose when to go back to yourself if you'd like, or if you'd like to hear, you can.
So I can like choose. I'll come back to the present moment, the real time, the now.
What happened?
Oh, there's a tremendous effect I can see in the tavern from which we came.
Oh, that's okay.
And I felt like it was, if I concentrated for 10 minutes, I can do all sorts of different things.
Okay.
That's very clairvoyant of you.
Yes, it's a very clear, crystal clairvoyant.
Oh, very well. Well, I appreciate it. And he looks over at you, Erden. Did you want to try one?
Does that double our potion intake?
You'll get 3 for the price of 1.
You know what?
Oh no.
As Ecclesius said, when in Romeo.
Roll a d20. Oh wait, before you roll a d20, he goes, "All right, sign your name."
Oh, and I will write Cthulhu Smith.
Okay.
Not even my name.
And
Nor is it
Close enough.
Uriden's.
you
Nor is it mine.
see next to Ecclesius Zion Amirius, you see a thing that says seems to have gained clairvoyance. As I need you to roll a d20.
I really hope it's like you become a void dragon for 5 minutes.
You eat everyone.
You eat.
I rolled a 7.
Why does that feel bad?
I know.
I don't know, but it
It
does.
doesn't matter on these types of
The
rolls.
D&D giggle. Oh, here we go.
Oh god, the DM's laughing. Bye,
Oh
chat.
God.
Gotta go look up another spell. Give me a
Just
second.
say bye,
Bros.
chat.
Another book. Oh
Bye,
god.
chat.
Well, I gotta go find what the spell is.
I really
I
hope
had
you
to
have a
pull
second
out
chapter.
He
the.
has to look up a spell. That's
So like Uridin, what's the
Maybe
what's
it's
the
in
next one
Tasha's.
here?
It's not, unfortunately. I wish.
I have a really good feeling about this.
I don't. My stomach hurts.
Alrighty, so you
With the nervous
pull
poop.
out this bottle. It has a. It seems to hold a frog in it. No, sorry, not a frog. Fog. It seems to have fog in it.
I was about to say.
And as you open it, some of the fog whiffs out, and you bottoms up.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I know.
As you
Then,
down it, you drink the potion and gain the effect of gaseous form spell for 1 hour, or until you end the effect as a bonus action. And gaseous form is you transform a willing creature, you, along with everything it's wearing and carrying, into a misty cloud for the duration. The spell ends if the creature drops 0 hit points. Blah, 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 blah. While in this form, the target's only method of movement is flying speed of 10 feet. The target can enter and occupy space other than space of another creature. Target has resistance to non-magical damage, has advantage on strength, dex, con saving throws. Target can pass through small holes, narrow openings, even mere cracks, though it treats liquids as if they are solid surfaces. The target can't fall and remains hovering in the air when stunned or otherwise incapacitated. While in this misty cloud, the target can't talk or manipulate objects. Any objects it's wearing or carrying, holding, can't be dropped, used, or otherwise interacted with. The target cannot attack or cast spells. So you drink this as Ecclesius and Trixel see your from your torso or from your like lungs out as you just.
This doesn't seem good. That doesn't seem good.
And he's like, let me doc. Yeah, let me, yeah. And he starts writing down next to you. Like I said, you can end this as a bonus if you choose.
I instantly go into the back room.
As you. And you just hear, what is this?
And I
Boy!
observe
And-
what this loud old man is doing.
You see a old elvish man, very burly actually, and he does not have his right leg, as he's sitting in a chair, and he seems to be putting ingredients into a pot as you're now, floating.
You're 99% hot gas. 1%
And
ooze.
and is there like a upper level or lower level?
Nope, all just one story.
Okay. And then I'll explore his room a little bit, and then I'll fly back out, and then
Okay.
I'll
It's like,
hover next to Ecclesius, mostly like by his butt, like he farted gas, and then I
What is
go back
this?
to my, and then I come back to my normal spot, and then I end the spell.
All right. As he comes back, he's like, yes, gaseous form. Don't know why I'm mouthing my patterns. That's fascinating. Well,
That is fascinating. How did you feel? You were light as a feather.
he's like clinking glasses.
I was able to travel through small, very small. Like you see that knot in the wood over there. I went through that and went and disturbed that old man back there.
I think we need to.
So wait, we're getting out in character.
So are we getting 3 health potions for
As
the price
he
of
kind
1?
of clinks over. Yes, 50 gold. Please.
I don't have it. I forgot you have it.
Yeah, and I'll hand the little pouch over, and
Thank you. And
It's all
you
good.
get 3 minor healing potions.
this was
Leave
very, very fair pricing. I will spread the word of this.
Thank
I
you.
will as well.
Thank you.
We have other companions. We can all come. We can make almost an entire evening of it. Like a 4-hour
Very
session.
well. That will be fun. And then you hear in the back, "Son of a bitch!" And then you hear like a glass crash.
Is he just like watching soccer and his team's losing back there?
And he's like, "Well, I gotta get back to work." Cthulhu Smith and
Ecclesius
Ecclesi-
Zion
and then he
Amarius.
goes, Ecclesius Zion Amarius.
Eric.
Said it perfect. Thank you so much, hero.
You have a nice day.
Drop these into my bag. I think we should get back to the tavern.
Hew, hew, hew.
Clink, 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 smash, smash, smash.
By the way, you can go back
Oh,
to
that's
the. You still have that thing for 10 minutes, so about 5 minutes more. You can still do the clairvoyance thing. You can still see in it if you want to.
Hey, Urudin, where did you last see that homeboy that was following us?
You can't move it.
he
You
was-
can't move it, but you can go back to seeing in the tavern. Just want to clarify. Sorry.
I'll go back to the one spot. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, yeah.
And second thought,
Okay,
never
never
mind.
mind.
I thought maybe I could move these clairvoyants around, but give me 1 second. I want to peer back into the tavern to see how we are doing.
And I'll smash cut post production the shot of it back in the tavern. real
At
quick.
this point, you see Cthulhu face first, just, and you see Jesus, Zio.
No
leave
way.
The, you see
There is
Jesus.
this long bearded man.
Jesus.
You
with
see
lots
Zio
of
leave
friends.
the tavern, and then you
Oh,
see Alar and June standing around Cthulhu's what looks like corpse.
I'll try to focus intuitively to shut this connection off.
Yeah, we should make a little bit of haste. It looks like Cthulhu is not feeling so well, and Zio has left.
It is extremely unfortunate that you picked the tavern because we would literally never know.
But as like I'll walk backwards and like put my arms together and like kind of bow as I'm walking backwards. Trick. Ugh.
I know it's infectious.
It's the potion of clairvoyance. It's glued my tongue. You have a great evening.
As he pulls out the glued tongue.
I hope you hear well from there. Trixel, I was pleased to help you with your potions, and we will see you soon.
Take care.
I'll bow, and then as I do, I fart, and then I say, "Must be the potion. Make it gassy."
And he's like,
Gassy.
as you hear
There you
him
go, Nick.
sounding out gassy.
And then I leave.
Very well. As you guys head back, Zio, as you would actually be catching back up to them as they're about to enter as well.
Oh,
Zio,
This
what are
was when
doing
you
now?
went and tracked the guy and then came back. It was all happening
Yeah.
at the same time. So
yeah. I
What
got
the- I saw you leave the tavern. What? Who you were looking for? Or what are you looking for?
you. Where were you?
We found a shop that got us potions. You know.
Jingled the bag of holding, although you can't hear it, so
It sounds like coins,
Sounds like, yeah,
change,
just nothing.
potions, everything you own.
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
Why don't we walk and talk? It looks like the Cthulhu is not doing so well at the tavern.
all right. So as you all
Wait.
can, go ahead.
How? Never mind.
Oh, how I saw it was a potion. I will tell you all. It was it is interesting. I will inform you all.
Alright. So as you're all convening together, June, you notice up on the upper balcony, Lennon walking behind a hooded figure, wearing a similar a robe that has similar designs on it that Ecclesius has on his clothing. As they the hooded figure goes in the room, and you see Lennon kind of look around and then goes in the room and shuts the door.
I was heading to like the counter. Am I there yet?
Sure.
I'm gonna take note of that and what room they went in. And then I'm gonna ask is it a lady or?
Yeah,
Who
I'm a
else?
lady. What can I
Who
do
else
for you? You see me, I'm a furbolg, I'm a lady. What do you need?
Okay, okay.
I'm a woman.
I would like one water.
Sorry, I thought you were about to say sugar water.
No,
I'm sorry.
just one water for my
Uh,
friend over there.
Yeah, I got ale. You want ale? I got ale.
Nope, you don't have any water. Clean
I
water.
think I got some old wine. There's water in that.
no. Okay, never mind.
There's a well in town.
I don't trust any of the water outside of this building.
That doesn't make sense.
What's the name of this place?
It's the Broken Leg. Why? Yeah, I know.
You're
It's
all
really
right.
a lot less cool than what most people come up with. But yeah, that's what we named it.
Okay, well, thank you.
That's
And,
it. That's the fine. And
You don't have any water. You don't
It's
have what I
fine.
asked
Don't
for.
trust the outside water, whatever that means. As she walks over and she like picks up a guy that's on a table and drops him and picks up some
Suplexes
glasses.
him.
Yeah, just
I leave her a silver piece.
as you get back to the table with Cthulhu and all of them, kind of like looking back up to the room Lennon went in, as you see some like it looks like a child jumps up onto the counter and grabs the silver piece and like scurries off.
I'm just imagining like this bartender just like picking up glasses that still have a little bit in them and then dumping them on people and like walking off.
But yeah, as I kind of come back, I like put my hand like on the back of Cthulhu and I go, "I'm sorry. Apparently they don't even have water." And I'll look around to everybody and I'll say, "I just saw Lennon go into a room," and I'll point to the room that I saw them go into, and I'll look at Ecclesius. I was like, "Was someone with the same robes as you?"
And that is where we'll end the session for the week.
Oh my goodness.
Gasp.
Dying.
Gasp.
Prepare your
Gasp.
monologue for the beginning of next session.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, something tells me I'm going to have a lot of explaining to do.
Oh, that
Oh
was
my God.
a fun session.
That was an awesome session.
It was
And
great.
and the gift that I just slid into our open Discord, the open Tavern Talk for all to join, is basically how I pictured the entire broken leg scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so
Wonderful.
sorry for everybody that just got here. I apologize. But that was a good cliffhanger to leave off on. I'll throw in Brillin. Is it Brillin? But you can always follow the channel. And follow our social media down below and join our community Discord so you can talk with us and talk about stupid things that are D&D and not D&D related.
See the GIFs.
Shameless plugs. Thank you to the GIFs, all of the GIFs.
Jeffs.
But thank you to everyone that stopped by. It was an awesome stream. It's also our 10th chapter, so that is a big number. We also, thanks to everyone, have our sub button, which is so awesome. And thank you so much for that follow. Uthra, I believe I hope. Uthra? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. But thank you so much for that follow. Much love.
Oh, awesome.
But once again, thank you to everybody that has followed. You got us that sub button. And thank you to all of the subs today. I'll run through them again. Obviously, Jag for subbing for 6 months and then tier 2 subbing on top of that. And then
and giving me a sub.
I'm gonna mess the
Every
name up
Friday.
again. But
Outro.
Cerisi, Cerisi, I'm gonna stick with that. Thank you for subscribing again. Murda for following and subscribing and gifting a subscription. Our little gremlin Dank Bud Baker for that tier 2 subscription. And then Althro and Brillin, thank you for the follows.
Awesome.
We will be live again a week from today, Friday, at 7 p.m. Eastern time. This episode, or this chapter, if you'd like to catch it, it will be up on our YouTube on Tuesday. Make sure you follow our social media. Join that community Discord. I know that you both just joined, so you can hop down there and you can talk to us out of game. Outro. Okay, sweet.
Outro.
Outro.
Otro.
I love it. That's awesome name.
Yes, outro. This is good for my voice.
Works with your ex.
But I guess we'll leave off on thank you to everybody that got us the sub button. That is so amazing.
For
And-
real.
Well, good thing for Ed for yelling at you, Brylin.
There you go. But much love, everybody. Take care. We will see you next week again for chapter 11. of the Arcane Archives.
Archives.
Take care, everybody. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Hearts.